building. Let's get myself up there. What's going on, everybody? It is Wednesday. You know, Wednesday is hump day. Here we are. Look, we have a big topic right now. Big topic. But while we wait for some more people to get in the building, you know how I get it started. So let me go ahead and hit this button. Come on. Uh, uh, let's go. Uh, uh. What's going on, everybody? Glad you're in the building. Let's go ahead and day ain't the day. What's going on, y'all? What's happening? My people? Hey, ADP, you let me know if you want me to drop the link. This is a serious topic. Um, as we talk about what has taken place, sometimes I elect not to talk about certain things on my page for a particular reason. So let's bring this down a little bit. I tend to kind of hold off a little bit because of all the silliness. But before we get into exactly what it is that we already know have taken place, but now I'm coming in and I'm just gonna go ahead and give my opinion on it, because I'm gonna tell y'all, I spent some time last night in Instagram I was on Instagram and I was just going ham because I needed to. I think, sometimes something needs to be said. And if not me, then who? Right? Because you got a whole lot of other people talking about a whole lot of other things that they have absolutely no business talking about. Okay, let me send it to you, ADP. You said yes. Let me go ahead and send it to you. Let me get to it. Hey guys, give me a second while I send the link to ADP. And so I want to make sure, because we know that this here can be a very sensitive subject for some. But for me, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't care. As a matter of fact, let me send this to ADP, and I'm gonna really let you read my face. I'm gonna let you read my face very clear on how I care about it. And what I mean by how I care about it, I mean by what people think I should and shouldn't say. I don't care. All right, ADP, I just sent it to you. I just sent it to you. Let me tell you something. Perfectly clear. Yes, it's a sensitive subject, but it is a true subject that everybody needs to be talking about, because the way in which it's being talked about right now, the narrative that has been spent and why it is spent that way has been an absolute problem. So that to me is an issue, right? Because all of the wrong people are having the conversation about it, and they're making it the narrative one-sided. This is a broad conversation for the W as a whole, number one, right? Because this has happened to more players than just one. We only call stuff out when it happens to one player. We don't call it out when it happens to anybody else. And then there's another player in this league besides this one right here, besides the letter C and the letter C. And they put it together like that, however they got it on the shoe, however they put it in the chat, however they say it, right? That's the only time that a player is being bullied, a player is being chastised, a player is being targeted, a player is being taken out. Those are the words that are being used. But as you can see, the title, Alyssa Thomas versus Caitlin Clark, and the media bias, opinions on it, the WNBA officiating as a whole, the league's biggest problem. That is one of the league's biggest problems right now. They say they want more scoring, which means they have to call more fouls. The type of fouls that they're calling, though, are just dummy fouls. They're blind fouls. And then the fouls that they should call, they have not called. But let's just see. I'm going to say this. I think that we have to do better. We just have to do better as a whole. Kathy, I am here to call Kathy Engelberg out. Yes, I am. Kathy, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, and I'm talking to all the fans with the haterade and all the other things going on when it comes to this whole scenario, and how Alyssa Thomas, she's never once apologized. Who gives a damn whether she apologized or not? She don't need to apologize. You know why she don't need to apologize? Because she took her punishment. Her punishment was a suspension, and she got that, right? She got the suspension. I'm coming, ADP. I see you. Hey, ADP. Hey. So while we do this, you doing all right? Let me turn the music off today. Let's turn the music off today. So I want people to hear me loud and clear. You doing all right on this hump day, ADP?
Yeah, Tony, I'm doing all right.
I just want to make sure you all right, because this is gonna be one of them days where we're gonna get some serious trolls in here. And I want them to come, because I want them to hear me. I want them to hear me loud and clear. There's a time and a place for a lot of things.
Yeah,
There's a lot of stuff that has been put out, ADP, on, a lot of instances that has happened. And everyone seemed to always make sure that they point out all of Caitlin Clark's fouls. And everybody is in it's egregious that it is happening. but no one
Mm-hmm.
puts out everyone else's, right? It's a problem. It's gonna be big. And look, we got a super chat already in the building. So guess what? Let's get to it because guess what? This gonna be a nice long day. It's gonna be a long conversation.
Yeah, Tony.
Thank you so much, Kappa. I appreciate you. 1 second, ADP. I appreciate you for the $5 super chat. I thank you for showing me some love. I do need it. I thank you. I need some love today. Everybody, make sure you go ahead and start putting them super chats in because this is a heavy conversation, and it don't need to be a long conversation, but it do, however, need to be a conversation, right? And before we get into
Mm-hmm.
that, I'm just gonna say this: welcome back to Court Vision with So Pretty Tony. Hey, where the fun is always hot. We're always gonna spit straight facts around here. Um,
Yep.
Fact check all the way through headlines and keeping the conversation rooted within basketball. I don't want to make it a big thing outside of basketball because that's the controversy, right? We're talking about basketball. We're talking about the controversy things that are happening within basketball. So let's keep it basketball. If you come in here and you want to take it there, we could take it there. I don't think your mama's gonna like it, but I'm just saying, in the end, whether your mama's here or she not, I'm gonna talk about her if you come in here and you say something off the wall. So I'm just telling you right now, right? I'm gonna just go on and make the disclosure. Hey, chat, you let them know their mama should have swallowed them when they was born. If they come in here with this nonsense, just period. That's where we're going with it, right? And then you do your little big one, and if you feel like getting them up out of here, then you can get them up out of here. It said troll number one. One has arrived. Good. I'm glad they're here. Say what you gotta say, because guess what? It's gonna be a lot more. I with this title alone and my thumbnail, yeah, the building is getting ready to get hot, and we just got started, and we ain't been in here but 13 minutes, and I still have not even gotten started. That's how I
It's all
know
right.
what's gonna happen. Go ahead,
Yeah, it's
ADP.
okay, Tony. No, I was on the show earlier and I didn't want to get into it, Tony, because it's so draining. I said every time we turn around, we can't even say nothing good about the other players because every time we turn around, something is happening, right? So I just showed
Mm-hmm.
the old clip where Fee sat down and she said what she had to say about Kathy because now they trying to say all of a sudden AT lying. AT ain't lying, Tony.
Girl, whoever says she lying, they mom. You know what? I'm
They
gonna
on
leave the
social
mama.
media.
Leave
They
the
on
mama
social
stuff.
media,
Yeah,
and they on social media saying she lied. Then the WNBA had somebody come out and say, well, Kathy Sticky Note said da 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 that she did get in contact. No, first of all,
Stack,
AT ain't
Stacky
lying
sticky
and Nate
note
ain't
is a
lying.
lie. Yeah,
Nate ain't
they ain't
lying
lying.
and AT
They're
ain't
trying to
lying.
cover their tails right now. Kathy is
And
in
they
hot
won't
water
even say nothing,
because
Tony. They
Kathy
won't
has
even
not.
say nothing.
Yeah, Kathy has not adhered to anybody's
Nope.
notion or quorums or issues. And that's why I got the officiating up here, right? Because this all stemmed from the officiating. If the officiating was clean, they were making the calls that they needed to make, they would have caught this. By no means am I saying what happened should have happened. No, I am not, right? But if it is a
Right.
play that is missed, it is just a damn play that is missed. You get on the referees. Don't get on AT. Ain't AT just playing the game. Whatever she did, she did. Guess what? She didn't get caught. Oh well, they want to look at it later and say something should have happened. Then you deal with that with the referee situation. You don't come at the players.
Right.
You don't target the players. You
Yep.
don't talk about their families. You don't try to
And then
find them.
you
You
on
don't
their
leave their
kids. I
address.
don't play about
The
them. I don't
only
play about them
person
about
leaving their
kids.
address information to me would be somebody that is very close to them that's within a particular camp. I'm not going to say the
Mm-hmm.
name, but I could imagine who it is. But again, for those that are coming in the building that have never been here before, because you're coming to troll, or if you've been here before, I'm just going to say welcome back. Again, welcome to Court Vision with So Pretty Tony. We fact check all headlines and conversations within the boundaries and rooted in basketball. And that's it. Not just the narratives that are out there. We're not talking about just the narratives, right? The narrative plays a part because the narrative that was put out was some phony BS video that they didn't use AI to show something very brutal, which absolutely did not happen. So we're discussing one of the biggest stories right now in the W, the play
Yeah.
involving Thomas and Clark has once again dominated sports media this entire week. It's actually, since it has happened, it has dominated all of sports media by all
Mm-hmm.
platforms. I said I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't going to do it, and I just decided, you know what? Let me go ahead and get it out of the way because it's been on my mind. And like I said, I was on Instagram last night, and I think I was going ham. When I decide I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna reply to some BS, I'm gonna give a long narrative. And anybody go into my Instagram and just happen to see any of my messages, I leave a nice lengthy little paragraph because I want you to understand where I'm coming from. And I'm telling you that you are a dumbass for even making the statement that you're making in the first place because you're an idiot and you do not watch the game. You are basing it solely off of what you think it is and not what it actually truly is. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a question. Are we really talking about basketball? Or are we talking about the media's obsession with one player?
Right.
Chat, ADP,
Oh,
I'm
it's
gonna
with
ask it
one
again.
player. It's
All
with
right,
one player.
right? Are we really talking about basketball? Or are we talking about the media's obsession with one player? And I'm gonna tell you, we're talking about the obsession of one player.
Mm-hmm. And it's a obsession too.
It's a huge obsession. Like they all act like they raised her. AP. That's their
Yeah.
child. They raised her. I mean, I'm trying to find out, did they bring her up? Did they give birth to her? Did they bring her up in this world that they're talking on this young lady as though
Nope.
as if they are and Caitlin Clark don't give two fucks about who you are at
Right.
all. She don't know you. She don't care about you. She's definitely gonna roll with the narrative because that's her MO. And we're gonna break down
Mm-hmm.
what actually happened, the WNBA's decision, and what was the reasoning why officiating has become one of the league's biggest issues.
The
And
paint
whether,
the narrative. Sorry, Tony.
yeah, yeah, one is to paint the narrative, right? But why is it such a huge issue? Because although they're trying to paint a narrative, ADP and chat, they are literally doing it to everybody. They're doing it to
Yeah.
everybody. They're doing
Yes.
it to, the officiating is, and I'm let me rephrase that. I don't want to say everybody, right? You have every team, let's put it this way, every team is dealing with it.
Mm-hmm.
Every team is dealing with it in one way, shape,
At
form, or
least
fashion.
one player. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
In one way, form, or fashion. So I had to reword that to make sure that people understand. Every team, it has to deal with it in one way, form, or fashion. Now, it just determines what calls they're missing versus what calls they're calling that are, one, ghostly phantom calls, two,
Mm-hmm.
you let the more harsh, vigorous fouls go while you call something that is extremely ticky-tack, or you're ready to blow the whistle before the play could even happen. The foul could even
See,
happen.
Tony, it started
Mm,
off. This is how it goes. Just if you know, a lot of times with politics and all this crazy stuff,
uh-huh.
this is how it starts out. It starts with that unstoppable black woman, right? But
Yeah.
that's where it started, right? But then when they don't see what they want to see out of it, they keep on to other players.
Yeah.
So it's just like history repeating itself. It started out with Angel. Oh, okay, we couldn't shut her down. Let's go to some
Hmm.
other players and try to shut them down. This is what they're doing
Right.
until they get exactly everything they want.
Mhm.
They don't want any competition up against
Right.
no competition up against this lady.
Right.
And it starts with
But,
the
but
head.
yeah, but is the officiating the consistent inefficiency when it comes to the officiating, creating unnecessary controversy every single week? Is it every
Yes.
single? Because I'm gonna tell you,
It's
yes.
every single week and every single game is something. It's something.
Mm-hmm. The other question is, why is it that one particular team is allowed to get away with more than others? Do you
Everything.
absolutely have an answer for that? Chat, do you have an answer for that?
They already set it up, Tony.
I mean, it's evident, it shows, and just
Yep.
the bigotry of
Mm.
some people.
Cook, Tony.
And I said it, the bigotry of some people is outlandishly ridiculous. It's outlandishly ridiculous. And we're gonna start with, and I'm not gonna say Indiana Fever fans, because you have fans that are just simply fans. They're fans of the
Mm-hmm.
game. They're fans of their home team. And it just so happened that these players play for Indiana Fever. But it's the homegrown wannabe, i.e., KKK, white supremacy individuals that like to come around and make all these notions about why everybody should be harmed because they got close to Caitlin Clark. And I'm going to say this, Caitlin Clark, sweetheart, you play in a sport that's predominantly one color, no matter whether you played it in high school, college, youth leagues, and now you're playing it in professional. You're always going to be around a whole bunch of black people. You're going to be around a whole bunch of black people. So I'm going to need you to tell your goddamn fans that they need to get it together. They need to get it together. I watched last night, just a minute. I was on Cut the Ish with Keisha and Broke and Duvall. I saw that they posted a particular clip of a guy who was so infatuated with Caitlin Clark that he had the nerve to go into a a, a meeting, an open door policy meeting where you can put your name on the ballot so that way you can speak. And this man got up, whether it was a troll clip or it was an actual clip, something that actually truly factually happened, right? Because if it was just a clip of something, then why did the guy look up into a camera, right? So to me, I think that that's something that's fake, that's trolling, whatever, right? But if it was real, right, I'm not saying it was fake and I'm not saying that it was real. I'm using that as example because it was out there and it was played on the show and it was also played again on Steady Servant, right, ENT. So while it was showed on those two shows, I want to make sure I say this, whether it's a real clip or it's a fake clip, right? It's AI or whatever. Um, why would we want to do something such as that? That I just think that is just utterly ridiculous. Guys, you're in the building. There's quite a few of you in here. Make sure you hit the like button. Hit the like button. So with that being said, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into the play, right? And before I get into it, let's go ahead and just show it. Let's show it. Let's show the play. Let's get you guys over here so I can
Mm-hmm.
kind of maneuver this a little bit. Uh, I'm sorry. Let me get to it. I saw something in the chat, but before I get to the chat, let's get to this. Is it this one? Come on.
That's the only thing about StreamYard. They need to have us set up. We pay every month.
Yeah, yeah, girl. We go through so many of them. We go through so
Yeah.
many of them. You have to have everything open, or either have the
Mm-hmm.
stream there. You play it. You make sure that it's clear. You can get through it. You can hear it. And there goes StreamYard pausing right now. Look at this. This is crazy. Let's see what it's talking about. Let's see, because it should not be resetting. I want to put up quite a few things, right? And this is my favorite person of all time, but I'm not going to show him right now. I'm going to show this other person. The question that was asked, there was a J someone in the chat, ADP, can you highlight that on the stage?
Let me
Yes,
see.
he asked a specific
I know who.
question. Make sure I answer it. He asked, do I think something about Black
Why
people?
won't let me highlight it, Tony? It won't let me do it.
Yeah. So let's it won't let you do it. Okay, let's get
I
to
think
this
you gotta do it
right here. All right, let me get to
because
it.
I tried. I wonder why.
This one is not that one. I'm telling you so many things. So I'm first before I play that, I want to show this here because this here is another problem for me, right? Stephanie White knows better. But Stephanie White
Mm,
is with the sheets, and I just think it's ridiculous. So let me go
mm,
to that message before I let it scroll too far up. It was a question by JS4. He says, "Hey Tony, what do you think of black men who support CC?" I don't have a view of a nationality supporting any one of these young ladies, JC. I mean, JS, I don't. I think we're all one race, right? I think we are in the land of the free, home of the brave, right? So our colors are red, white, and blue. That's all I see. I don't see white versus black, Asian versus Latino, um, Africans versus uh, Frenchmen's, or I don't see any of that. I see people. I see individuals. I don't see a color. I am not a colorist. I'm a colorless type of person. I don't see color. I see people. I see their behavior. I see talent. I see support. Those are the things that I see. If the man was purple and he wanted to um, follow CC and glaze CC, that's fine, right? I am not up. I would never get in a debate about that because I'm not about race. I've traveled the world too much and have been to too many different countries and have had an opportunity to see so many different cultures to be one minded, right? I think when we get into colorism, we have not put ourselves in a situation where we've sought out to go and see what the rest of the world is like, right? So we get caught up in colorism. We get caught up in statistics such as you got more, I got less type of situation. Oh, well, if we push this narrative, this person is going to be gloated as the beauty queen, and this other person or persons will be shown as the villains who are always attacking. It's like Cinderella and the Wicked Sisters, right? The Wicked Stepsisters. They're gonna make everybody clean the basement while the one little princess walk around, beats on you, hits you, kicks you, bites you, scratch you, put on your clothes, take away everything that you ever known to be um, luxurious or something that gives you some type of joy, only to keep you in the basement in the frame of mind of you're no good, nobody likes you, nobody wants you type of frame of mind. I don't get down all up into that. They can take that stuff someplace else. So if you coming in here for that, you're in the wrong place. You're in the wrong place. I don't do those type of things. I like it. Says, of course, I saw this goon in here. What you talking about, goon? Alyssa Thomas. White people are racist. Well, I mean, you can think that, goon, and I'm not gonna take that from you because everybody's entitled to their own opinion, right? And you do have some, but I'm gonna tell you this: you have some black folks that are racist too. There's some black people that are extremely racist. They're racist of their own kind. That's the worst type of racist. Wouldn't you say, ADP?
Hmm.
That's the worst type of racist. A black person hating on a black
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah, it's the worst type of racism I've ever seen. And it's not that they're
Yep.
siding. I don't think they're using it to side with, as they would say, the white folks or someone of another nationality. I just think that they hate themselves. Because if you can
Yep.
hate
Oh,
the
perfect.
same
Yeah.
skin, you hate yourself.
We
You're
see a
not hate.
couple of them in the chat.
This stuff happens all the time, but I don't see colorism. I am a person that sees a person. A person. You are a person. You're a human being to me. Do
Mm-hmm.
I everyone have different ways and some of their ways are just nasty? Yes. But even though they have nasty ways, my God's a mighty God and he ain't never told me to hate somebody because of the color of their skin. And that's that. So
Facts.
I mean,
Period.
yes. Yeah, I that's just not me. And I was never brought up like that. I can, coming from Louisiana, there's a lot of things that we can hate about people. We can hate about life. Um, my life should be totally different right now. I probably should have been up in somebody's jail, spent some time here and there, given where I come from. But I chose different. Why? Because I made a choice on my own. I wanted better for my own self, for my own life. So I made a decision. And that's what the beauty of being human is. Humanization is having an opportunity to think for yourself, to be your own person. And when you try to be like everybody else, because that's what we're seeing on social media, everybody that has beef with all the other players in the league behind CC has a personal problem within themselves. And it has nothing to do with CC.
Mm-hmm.
CC less about you. She's just a crowd pleaser. She's a hyper. She plays the game more physical than anybody else. Plays it extremely physical, but nobody wants
Yep.
to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about that at all. They
Nope.
want to talk about how and what everybody's doing to CC. But nobody wants to talk about how physical this young lady is. She's extremely violent on the court. I saw
Yep.
one clip, ADP, well, in a high school game. They were taking the ball out sidelines. And so, you take the ball outside line, you got your four stack deep, right? You can kind of close the gap, or you can have the gap wide. You're supposed to have the gap closed a certain way because the
Mm-hmm.
first person will turn and set a screen, whether it's left or right. The second person will turn the other opposite direction. The third player will swirl around and come off of a curl. And then the other player, that's your number two player, will pop out, while the player in the back will just drop back for a pass to see who's going to get the pass in. That's the sideline out of bound play, right? CC literally stood in the line, took her fist and took and popped the girl in the nose. And all you see the black girl face just kind of go back like that. And then she has to grab her face because you see the hand goes up. And then CC looks like, I didn't do anything. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. They
Mm-hmm.
can't see the forest from the trees of how violent she really is. She's a very violent type of player. And yes, I said it because it is seen and you can see it all the time. All the ladies in the W for the last 2 years now, starting this season, have been popped, grabbed, pushed, or fake notion elbow hit by none other than Cece. That's
Yep.
it.
Mm-hmm. And she always want to act like she innocent and move out the
Exactly.
way.
She
Oh, what
extremely
I
acts
do,
like she's
girl?
innocent, and
Bye.
she's
You
not
know, you
innocent.
know what you did because
She
she's
has
been
grabbed
allowed to do it.
players, and this stuff stemmed from what? Where did it stem from? Let's first and foremost, it stemmed from what? It stems from
Her,
Dewana
her
Bonner
house.
trying to establish uh, a position at the elbow, and Cece interlocks her arm and holds her, and she's trying to move, and now she can't move because her arm is locked. Right? So she takes her arm and she shoves it loose, and Cece goes on, follows her, and says whatever crap she says.
Mm-hmm.
But the ultimate thing to me is someone like White, Stephanie White, coached those girls. She coached them. So
Right. So
now
she would know them.
and how did they address get leaked? That's what AT said. AT said that their dress was
Yep.
leaked. That's what she said.
Yep.
It was leaked. And so while we get to Stephanie White's little comments here, let me get to it. Let me put it on stage. Let's get to her little comments because this here is definitely something. If you're in the building, you need to hit the like button. Let's hit play. As a matter of fact, I hate when it's outside my little circle there. There we go. That way they can
Okay,
see
girl. I'm
me,
sitting in the
see
chair.
you. And yeah, girl, you sit in the chair, girl. You sit in the chair. All right, let's hit play.
Look at Keisha down now.
What up,
We
Keisha?
have a generational talent and a WNBA superstar who had 2 cheap shots right there that weren't called. And I just say again, absolutely unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. I think as a league, as a whole, there's been so much more toxicity, racism, homophobia, straight out like nonsense, hate nonsense.
You see my other videos, you already know that I don't believe this
You know
was an
this, my
intentional
girl.
foul, but death threats. I hate that Stephanie and the Fever and the WNBA are like, I don't know where all this homophobia and racism is coming from. We are acting like Caitlin suffered a career-ending injury. Her neck was not even red. The fact that AT even had to come out and say, my children's lives are being threatened. Player
Yes,
safety
right.
includes us too, before the WNBA gives a ChatGPT response. Because if this was actually
Clock it.
genuine,
This should say a chat GPT.
That's exactly what it was. They probably did use it. Yep. She sure did, Tony.
That's British.
when it would have happened before AT said anything. Pause to read. And like AT said here, trolling is completely different than hatred. Even just as a women's basketball content creator, you know how many times I get called the N-word and how many times I get DMs about people not liking my content, which I literally do not care, but are people giving out my address, going to my job, threatening my life? That is completely different. And Stephanie White coached AT for multiple years. You mean to tell me you think she actually made cheap shots at Caitlin and you didn't think that was going to incite the very racist, very homophobic fans that your organization continues to propel? I want to know where the investigations are. Because if one person released Caitlin Clark's address, I think they would be arrested. Where is the accountability? I get it.
Right.
You want to believe that it doesn't matter that Caitlin is a white woman in America and that AT is a black woman who's much stronger, but it does matter. Stephanie knew that. The WNBA knew that. The FIBA organization knew that. Caitlin's silence knows that. So this very reactive response from Stephanie and Kathy and the W just lets us know they do not care.
We have
Right.
a generational talent and a WNBA super.
Let's shut that.
But Tony, Kathy said that. Kathy said that from beginning of the season when Angel and Cece came in there in so many words. She told you who she was and what she believed in when she didn't want to answer those questions. And she danced all around it in that interview. And it goes back to saying, like I said, once a person show you who they are the first time, believe them.
Believe them. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you don't, I mean, you run the risk of what? What do you run the risk of? BS like this constantly. And it just doesn't change. It doesn't change at all. You would want things to be different, but they're not different. You still got to fool around deal with the foolery. That's just completely unreal most of the time. So now let's get back to what I was saying. And we talked about the incident. We listened to Stephanie White talk, because according to Stephanie, it's just unbelievable that this is happening. And why is it that they're constantly missing it? The official did not call the foul. They just didn't call the foul. Doing live action, I guess they didn't see it as anything that was that vicious, right? Because to me, ADP, I don't see how in the world does the ref not make that call at all if it was maliciously done. Because I think if it was maliciously done, it would look like that AI video. It would look exactly like that AI video. And it doesn't look like the AI video at all. It just doesn't.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But nevertheless, you missed it. You made the call,
Oh,
right?
they ain't
And we move on. We move on.
they probably got to the point where some of them were a little tired and
Mm-hmm.
doing the same old,
Mm-hmm.
and they were
Mm-hmm.
like, "Hey, she doing it all game, so we're gonna take it like that." You know how they do when they're playing the game sometimes, Tony.
Yeah, I do.
This is what the refs do sometimes.
Yep.
They just let them play, and that's what they did. They just let them play.
Yeah.
This
It
was
is.
one of those moments.
Yeah, it's one of those moments where it's just, again, it's just unreal. It's unreal. So I'm gonna come up here and let's put Sydney Colston's clip up. And again, it just loves going to that view versus this view. And it says, wrong one. Okay, by Sydney Colston, right? Sydney Colston says, I do think it was a flagrant, right? So she's like, do I think it was a flagrant? Not at all. But I also grew up in an era where it's very physical. And this was the least of what I would consider a flagrant 2, right? Because again, the era in basketball in which where we're from, that's really truly not a freaking foul. It's not a foul. It's not, right? If you slow it down, right? And I've seen it slow down 100 times. So Caitlin scrimmages and she throws a head backhand, slides down from the shoulder to the throat, right? Still no excuse. Foul was done. Let's make the call. Make the call, move on. The refs don't see it as anything that's tangible to call. They just see Thomas trying to get up, right?
Right.
The acting that Caitlin has grown to have and use, she doesn't use it in the right way. She uses it for pure, ultimately dramatous reasons, not for support at all. And I hate that that's like that. Let's say Miss Alberta, I got Caitlin Clark fans mad at me right now because I said AT should not have been suspended. I'm gonna say this, for what it looks like from the outside looking in, the judgment call that was made was right. But my thing is, the issue that I have is, if they didn't deem it was that during the time, then they shouldn't have came back and gave it to her. Secondly, right, if you missed it, then that's something that you just missed, and you have to figure out a way to assess it later on. That can't be it. You gave them just what they wanted, what they asked for, and you just spill it out, and you made it extremely, extremely difficult for everyone else in the league, right? So Sydney was right. Like she said, what foul? Was that done maliciously? No, it wasn't. I mean, you just have to change how you see things from a different perspective, but you just don't have that in the CC fans. It is the fan base, her particular shot on fan base for just solely her, not for the league and not for her team. I saw another clip today where Boston just talked about how she realized, and it wasn't based on her. It was an old clip that she posted, right? And they said they asked, and someone brought that clip back up. But Perry just said that that's an old video. And in that video, they talked about how she too was on the receiving end of all of that when CC first came in the league. They talked about it like a dog. They threatened her, but it didn't go as far as to wanting her dead or anything like that. But they did give her a lot of problems. And it wasn't until the team started winning where they started DMing her, oh, I like the way you play, like great things like that. And all of a sudden, she's no longer one of the nemesis of CC on her team, right? She becomes like even her advocate as a friend. Even just like little things like that to me is just utterly insane. It's truly, truly utterly insane. Um, let's see, where is it? I think it is here. Um, people are talking about Alyssa Thomas like she's a villain. She isn't. Right. She is not.
See,
She is not. Let's see. That's from Econ Club. The emphasis here says, I spent the last 2 days watching people debate Alyssa Thomas foul on Caitlin Clark and however and WNBA fans are spinning it. It says, then I did what an analyst do. I collected and analyzed the season's foul statistics for both players. But let's start at the beginning. During Wednesday night's game between the Phoenix Mercury, it's got the M, Phoenix Mercury and Indiana Fever, during a loose ball scramble in the second quarter, Alyssa Thomas made contact with Caitlin Clark's throat. No foul was called during the game. The next day, after viewing the play, the WNBA upgraded it to a flagrant 2, suspending Thomas for 1 game and fined her. So she was also fined. And then it says, since then, the conversation has expanded with beyond a single basketball play, with the most extreme symmetry calling for Thomas dismissal from the league altogether. Before we get into the numbers, it's worth remembering what a personal foul actually is. That's number one. So yeah, I'm in totally agreement with that. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to make this look mighty right nice, and it don't look nice. Where's my where did my deal go? Here it is. Okay. What a personal foul really is. So let's get into it. It says basketball is a contact sport. Officials aren't trying to eliminate contact from the game, because we don't need to eliminate the contact from the game. That's what makes the game exciting the way it is. Their job is to determine when contact crosses the line according to the WNBA rules and should result in a foul. Personal fouls are a routine part of professional basketball, not evidence that a player is inherently reckless or harmful. It's not what that is for. And so she should not have, they should not have come back because some higher profile public guy in the government decided he wanted to say something, and now all of a sudden she's suspended. It's crazy. Anyway.
Right.
Exactly. As Indiana Fever forward Maja Hines Allen recently said, people foul. We foul. We do foul. She said, we do foul. And the refs are just trying to minimize all of the fouls. They're trying to do their job, and we're just trying to do ours. All right, Hines, that's what you said? Okay, let's keep it going. When reviewing what happened, I pulled data from the official WNBA stats database and the 2026 WNBA discrepancy statistics published by Fox Sports. Here's what I found, which might surprise you. Through the current season, Caitlin Clark has drawn 61 personal fouls across 17 games. 61, y'all. 61 fouls, personal fouls across 17 games, averaging about 3.6 personal fouls per game. Alyssa Thomas has drawn 47 personal fouls across 18 games, averaging 2.6 personal fouls per game. That's 14 fewer personal fouls by Thomas, despite playing one more game than Caitlin. On average, Clark has drawn 38% more personal fouls per game than Thomas this season. Together, these two players have accumulated about 108 personal fouls across 35 games and more than 1,100 combined minutes on the floor. Fouls are not an anomaly in professional basketball. It's not an anomaly at all. And it says they are expected. So she's saying they're expected part of the physical game played at the highest level. Although Clark has played fewer games than Thomas, discipline data also shows that Clark has been assessed 5 technical fouls this season compared with Thomas 3. Why? I could tell you why that happens. ADP, have you seen why it happened? Because I think we've seen just about all of the games. The only game I didn't watch was the last game.
Because anytime you can tell the ref to come here and he do it like a little puppy dog, you already know what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You already know. And she told them the year before, this her league. She said out her mouth, this is her league, and she can do whatever she wants to do. And they have been allowing it. It's going to take something where she go off and hit that. I ain't going to say it because then, y'all going to be like, ADP, calm down. But I keep saying this, it's going to mess around. She going to hit that black queen coach on that chair.
Exactly.
And then that's when they're going to step in. And that's when they're going to step in. And that's when it's going to be an uproar.
Absolutely. That's when it's going to be a problem. That's when it's going to be a problem.
Because if they're letting her hit and bully everybody else, and the reason why I say that, guys, is because of the emotions and effect when she does it. Somebody that want to have accountability will apologize, will say something in the press or something. She doesn't do that, but she will be sarcastic and smart with everything else. Miss me with the sympathy tissues, okay? So I think that when you have that, that's why you see a difference, Toni.
Gotcha. Yeah. Hey, I 100% believe that. Let me go ahead and get this. Well, thank you so much, Live, Laugh, Love. It says member for the month. All right, Toni. Jonathan is asking to be a mod. I'm asking. Okay. Let's see. Oh, you can't do it, can you, ADP?
I could because you know what I do when they ask for one. For some reason, I have to go out of StreamYard and go to my page, and you could do it that way. Yeah, but I'm not. Right, it's your page. Yeah.
Give me a second. Let's see. Jonathan.
Yeah, it's like we're connected, but
hey, Live, Laugh, Love. You think Jonathan deserves you think he deserved to be a mod?
He gonna be getting all them trolls out, boy.
Yeah, he's talking about Jonathan. You talking about Jonathan Gonzalez, right?
Yeah, he gonna be getting them trolls out. Jonathan don't like them trolls.
Yeah, Jonathan don't like them trolls. Let me get Jonathan. I got you right now. Hold on. Let me hit the button. Let me hit the button.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. There you go. Oh no, I gotta finish it out. Hold on. All right. There you go, Jonathan. Jonathan, be kind, Jonathan. But back to what we were saying, I totally 100% agree with that, right? And here's what she further on says. She says at the time these season statistics were published, Clark had 1 recorded flagrant foul, while Thomas had none, reflected in the season totals before the league's retroactive review of Wednesday night's play. those numbers are important. And and she's getting ready to tell us why, because I'm about to say I can tell you why it's important, but let's read on. If you'd only been following the discourse online, you could easily come away believing Alyssa Thomas has spent the season recklessly accumulating more disciplinary issues than Caitlin Clark. That's not what the publicly. That is not what the publicly available season long data shows. It doesn't show that at all. Here's what it shows. This is where I think the conversation gets bigger than basketball. As I watch the conversation unfold, I've become increasingly interested in how people are talking about Alyssa Thomas. For many people, this has stopped being a conversation about one basketball play. Instead, it has become another moment where a Black woman athlete in possession as the aggressor, while a white woman athlete is positioned as the victim. When in reality, this is basketball and fouls happen all the time. Exactly. We say it all the time, right? We do not stop, change, or do anything like that. You got to just let it roll the way it rolls, period. It says Black women athletes have spent generations navigating stereotypes that portray them as unusually aggressive, threatening, or dangerous. Those stereotypes don't disappear simply because we're talking about women's sports. They can shape how quickly people read conclusions, how much grace they're willing to extend, and what stories they tell about the same event. That doesn't mean every person reasonably criticizing Alyssa Thomas is wrong. A foul is a foul. Absolutely. A foul is a foul. And I think that we've all said that, right? I don't think anybody is debating that it was indeed, in fact, a foul. I think what they're debating is the color of her skin. And then also her sexuality. And then we have what you would call Caitlin's skin tone, and that she's a straight woman, right?
Which
And
they
so
don't even know that for sure.
right,
They don't know.
they think they know, they don't know, right? People do things for media and for publicity and stuff like that. You don't know what these players really truly are because you don't live in their homes. You're not friends with them. You don't know anything about them.
Mm-hmm.
These players can care less about most of any of us and what we're talking about, other than the fact that they want to make sure that whatever you're saying, you're going to say it regardless. They can't stop you. So all they can do is ignore you. And that's typically how it goes. And Cut the Ish says, historically, I follow women. She's talking about soccer more than men, but now I'm pretty much even. Oh, they're talking about the soccer game. Okay. It says, it does, however, mean we should be willing to ask whether some of the broader narratives surfacing in this moment echo patterns we've seen before. One play can absolutely become one of the biggest stories of the week. But if we're going to tell a story about a player, I think we owe it to ourselves to look at more than just one play. Sometimes the numbers complicate the narrative because they add way more nuances than so many of us have been trained to want to pay attention to. And lastly, and sometimes the prevailing narrative tells us just as much about ourselves as it does about them. I mean, about the game.
Mm-hmm.
What does yours say about you? I'm Bonnie Mack, your neighborhood financial analyst and future economist. I believe good analyst starts with culturalists, not assumptions. Follow me here for more of my analyst on women's sports and let me know what topics I should I should dig into. So I thought that that was a good statement. That's why I wanted to. I had that up for a read because I think that what she said is so true, and how you need to basically look at it as a whole. And like that was one of the things I said. And if I can, let me see if I can go to some of the messages that I actually put out there. Let's see. As you can see, I was really busy, guys. If you look off to the left, I was really busy. And yeah, I was going at it with some of these people and some things that they were saying. And of course, when I type something, so you'll see it's very lengthy. So my wording is here. I am very lengthy, and I said this on in reference to Kathy. And as you can go, it goes on and on and on. I do
Oh, you
not.
went you went hell.
Just simply will tell the truth, right? For Kathy
Yeah,
Engel,
right.
and this was to her, it says, for Kathy Engelberg, you're a horrible leader right now. Every player in the league has to put up with this crap because you think it's good for ratings. You do a great job of going on social media and deleting all negative comments for CC, but not the rest of the league. Players
Hmm.
are always being followed by people who want to harm them, leaked addresses, death threats, no calls on the floor by the referees because it's good for ratings. And I just kind of broke that down to that piece because I really need people to understand. How you doing, Duval? I really need people to understand that Kathy's not going to talk because this is good for ratings for her, right? But
Yeah,
what she's gonna find out is if she keeps this up, something's gonna have to give because now she's been called out 2 years in a row. Because when Thomas
right.
said she meant it, and it ain't no coming back from it. Just like she tried to come back from what he said last year, right?
Yeah,
Right
no,
after
what she did with Fee
and she
is
came back.
that she lied. She
Yeah.
lied to the world and said that Fee was lying. That's what
Hmm.
she did, Tony.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's the same thing that she's doing right now. Because remember,
Right.
she said
Same thing.
anything. She went a couple hours after what Thomas said, and then she put this up. The WNBA Vermont, let's see, she is truly something else. She is vehemently condemns any, like she condemns any and all forms of hate. The safety and well-being of everyone in our community is always the league's top priority. We're
Glory.
away we are aware of Alyssa Thomas' comments and what she and her teammates have
Girl.
experienced.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she said. Is like what she said, what their experience is completely unacceptable and not representatives of the WNBA community. The league and our security team have been in contact with Phoenix Mercury organization and remain communicated in protective and protecting all players. You are a liar, Kathy. And right now, in this picture, you look like you need some Ensure. You need to drink about 3 bottles of Ensure a day to get yourself together because you do not look well. And with that being said, I had to go in on Kathy. And Kathy, it is what it is. You do what you want. And then I went further on to say, where did I stop? It says, player always being followed. Okay, I talked about that. It says, you, ma'am, need to be investigated, is what I said. I say, you, ma'am, need to be investigated
Hey, Tony.
for your role in all of this and the lack thereof. But not one player gets it worse than Angel Reese, is what I said.
And she
I
knows.
love this. Yeah, I said I love this sport, but you, ma'am, are making it hard for people to watch and really enjoy the game. I mean, I can continue on what I said, but I can keep going. I could keep going. It is what it is. Somebody say stop the cap. Kathy Ingberg. Kathy Ingberg do need to
Straight
stop the
up
cap.
cap.
She
Straight up
is full of
cap.
crap. She is 100% full of crap. And
And
nobody
she
wants to
don't
hear that.
care. She has
Yeah.
no remorse. She has no remorse for nothing. Like, miss me with that no space for hate. I mean, that
Yeah.
was just another
Yeah.
sticky note that
Exactly.
they put out there.
Exactly.
She don't
I
care.
said,
She told you guys. She told you
yeah.
from day one, this is how it's gonna go down. You either like it or don't. But what she didn't expect for is the social media and the fans to do what they're doing today. They are fighting. They're fighting with videos. They're fighting with information. I mean, it's triple and doubling up in here.
Yeah,
Left
absolutely.
and right. That's what she didn't expect.
Yes.
And she didn't expect when we get tired, we show up. And you're right. When we get tired and we show up at that particular time, it doesn't make a difference what color you are. You'd be surprised how many people are showing up right now, because this is a right now moment where we have to stand up. We have to stand our ground. We have to stand up for these players, and say the things that they can't say right now. We could say it. They may, can't say it because of their job. Their contracts, guys. They're still under contracts. They still have jobs. So while we have these social medias and stuff, we need to speak out on somebody like this. She said it time and time again. So guess what Fee did? Fee said, okay, this is how we rolling. Kamala, let's get into it. Let's have our girl talk. Let's sit down and let's talk about it. Miss me with that. Oh, I call her. Okay, and she left you on red. What makes you think somebody want to talk to someone you called a liar in front of everybody? Why would I want to conversate with you?
Exactly.
And everything that Fee said was true. Let me tell you something about paper trails. When you have paper trails, there are no mistakes in those paper trails. They follow behind each other, right behind each other, like a domino effect.
Mm-hmm.
And these people, that's what I'm
saying. The like button, y'all. It doesn't
way matter.
In here for me to see the like button where it is. We're gonna pause for a second, ADP, and I'm gonna tell you, y'all need to go hit the like button right now before I finish. Hit the like button. We're not doing no more talking until you hit the like button right now. Hit it. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. You want to hear what we gotta say? You're gonna hit that dang on like button. I'm coming here and just watch. Hey, if you want to also engage with the chat, that's what you're here for. Engage with the chat and hit that thumbs up. It ain't that hard. It ain't that hard to hit the thumbs up. Keep it rolling. Keep it rocking. Come on, keep it coming. Keep it coming. For what I see watching ain't what I see on that thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up right now. Hit it. I'll wait. I'll wait. Hit the thumbs up. If you're over there with ADP, make sure you come on over here to CourtVision with SoPrettyToni. Hit that like button, and you can go right on back where you were. And the same thing over there. Y'all go hit the thumbs up on our page. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Hit it. Don't play around with it. Don't play around with it. Now back to it. I went further on, right? I even told her, ADP, I said, you have about 15 teams in this league at 12 players each, and some with having 2 spots for player development that they actually use, which would give you 14 players. So 14 players, but so somewhere along the line, you have anywhere from 180 to 200 players. You can't manage that, Kathy? Yeah, I went in on Kathy. I went in on some of these. Yeah, some of these dumbfounders. I just want to let you see. I went in on them, and I let them know that I would. What this one right here? I told her a whole new frame. Since I still say,
girl, no, you did the frames, Tom. Dang,
yeah, the frame. Since I still say Kathy needs to go. I don't think she cares about any of the players. Oh no, it wasn't this one. It was one before her, and I told her I totally agree, and I went on. But there was one that was really egregious, and I was on her head. I think it was this one. Girl, it's so many. Yeah, I had fun doing this yesterday. That's what I spent my time doing, talking a little bit of trash and putting a couple people in their place because they didn't know what the hell they were talking about, and they were just flapping their hands. It's like, stop talking. Stop fucking talking because you don't know what you're talking about. I say you don't even watch the sport. If you watch the sport,
that's the problem.
You wouldn't have half of this to say. So shut the hell up. Yeah, that's what I told him. Shut the hell up. And if you don't like it, go tell your mama. Yeah. That's what I said. Go tell your mama. It is what it
You
is.
get tired. Guys, you gotta remember, it's steady hitting our feeds. Like it's hitting like clockwork. Every time we turn around, it's on my threads, it's on my
Yeah.
IG, it's on TikTok. I mean,
Yeah.
just back to back. All you gotta do is watch one. They're gonna send you all the rest constantly.
Yep.
So although we try to avoid talking so much about this, it still rolls around and come back. It's like it's not finished. It's like a series that we're watching here.
Okay.
Over and over and over again. So Toni, you had every right. First of all, people mistake it just because you're a fan that you're just a fan. Oh no, boo boo, I got credentials. You know what I'm saying? I'm that chick. Toni, that chick, guys. Oh, I am too, but I'm on the art side, guys. I'm saying, like, sometimes you have to do that. And that helps you too, because you're content creating, you're doing these shows and stuff like that. So sometimes you got to let them know and mess around and find out and speak your truth, Toni. You just have to.
Yep. This is the other one. This is the other little clip.
Oh, you got another one? No, go ahead.
Yep.
I'll follow your link.
I sure do. This is my boy right here. I like following him because he tells the absolute truth. He don't play no games.
Let me see what you talk about.
He don't play no games. I like him. He likes to. If you troll him, he gonna troll you back. Let's get into it.
Oh yeah, I seen that with Toni.
Let's see if I can get a.
You know who else he cuts? The New York Knicks.
So
John Sharp, Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns. You're not going to be a hidden racist to my team. My Knicks? Hell no. And you live in San Antonio? Oh, San Antonio's taking 2 L's now.
Shit, y'all. See y'all. Never.
Get them out of here. Oh, and lastly, some of the players and their family members follow me on social, so I'm going to be sure to send this to them so you never have the opportunity to cut their hair ever again. So this white WNBA player, Sophie, was pointing at this black WNBA player, Diwana.
I was just kind of pointing, and she's like, don't you point at me. And I was like, oh, shouldn't have said that. And I didn't say a word.
But I don't care nothing about that. That's just learned behavior from her teammate, Caitlin Clark. What I care about is the comments. Chimping out over a finger. But you guys know me. I love to expose the hidden racists, the ones who liked it. Drum roll, please. This guy. Now, Roman is a barber who cuts all these black people's hair. But you know who else he cuts? The New York Knicks, John Sharp, Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns. You're not going to be a hidden racist to my team. My Knicks? Hell no. And you live in San Antonio? Oh, San Antonio's taking 2 L's now.
Shit, y'all. See y'all. Never.
Get them out of here. Oh, and lastly, some of the players and their family members follow me on social, so I'm going to be sure to send this to them so you never have the opportunity to cut their hair ever again.
Yes, I love this guy. So what this guy does, and I've followed him quite a bit, ADP, is he literally, if you try to troll him or anybody that he knows, he is coming back and he is trolling you to no end. What he does is he gets to the heart of the problem. He gonna find out exactly who you are. And when I say he finds out exactly who you are, he finds out exactly who you are. I think he's like some type of private investigator or something like that. So he have means to go through social media and find out who you are, whatever troll you are, whatever you do. As you can see, this happened because something happened with one of his daughters. And what made him actually started doing this, I think his daughter dates a black guy, and someone took something so pure and innocent between his daughter and her boyfriend, and they tried to troll them. So he decided from that point moving forward that he was going to start going through comments and pulling people. So on his situation with his daughter, he pulled up 5 trolls. And when I say he pulled them up, he got their whole family. He found out what they did for a living. He found out where they work. Some of them look nasty and sloppy. And just to have the idea to think that you can go and troll somebody and think that you're never gonna be caught by whatever fake name or narrative that you use, there's always ways to find you. And this guy is very good at finding you. So he found Sophie, right? Because Sophie decided to go on her platform and say why she did what she did. She was being a menace, and because she was being a fucking menace, he decided to go and find out. So who was it that commented? Like he said, he not really worried about what she said because we know that she's a menace. But what he did decide to do was go in and look at the people that liked, that thought that what she said was nice, and went in and decided that he was going to try and troll some of them. So that's just happened to be one of them. Trust me, he's done a couple. He's done a few. And so he will find you. This is what he does. I actually saved him because if I need him to go troll somebody, I'm gonna send it to him. Hey man, go troll this person. This right there. Right. Yes. I'm on it. So guys, if you're in the comments or if you're just viewing this and you're a menace, right? And you love to troll people and you love to cuss people out, you love to be a menace for whoever your favorite player is, and you choose to be a nuisance, there are people out there that can find you. And when they find you, most times when they find you, you ain't shit. You either sloppy, nasty looking, eating, having ass boy, or a trifling scallywag, look like you came out of a duster ass girl. I mean, it's just a number of things. And it's always those individuals. It's not the ones that have the means to be just that person that knows how to set stuff apart. No, you have to be the person that don't have a life and is that concerned about whether someone is being a menace or not. So yeah, I definitely like following him. I follow him all the time. But I definitely wanted to share that with you guys, so you know, that's what he does. I like the fact that that's what he does, and it is what it is. Bree the Exploitinator. He believes in exploiting you. His name is Bree the Exploitinator. So, yep, that's him. But getting back to it, one last segment of it. What did let's see what say. 95% of the time. Oh, I think he's talking to someone in the chat. That's Kappa. Now, I guess I'm going to ask this question, and I really want your honest opinion because everybody have their own opinion. Okay. Is Caitlin Clark being balanced? Is Caitlin Clark, does she deserve the protection that she's receiving? Does Alyssa Thomas also deserve fairness? Mm-hmm. Every star player deserves consistent officiating, in my opinion, right? And it's just my opinion. I think those that watch the sport all say the same thing, that if you can get consistent officiating, things would be better, but it is not. It is getting worse. But the protection that Caitlin Clark is receiving, do you feel like it's an accurate chat in ADP that she receives the protection that she gets? And then the fairness of Thomas.
Well, listen, I think it should be fair all across the board, but it's not. We're not seeing it. We have not seen it since she's been in the league. And now it's to the point, Toni, it's not just her, it's her whole team that is allowed to do this. And if it was any other team and any other players, they would get kicked out of the game, ban them from the league, don't have them come back no more. But because it's this particular team and it's her, it's different. So when you so you asking if I believe that she's getting more attention than other players as far as them protecting her. Yes, she gets all the protection, and then she also gets the people who are aware, who have their children at home, who have their families at home, come and constantly attack the other players when it comes into not just about the players and the children and their families too, that's when I really have a problem, because you yourself, Stephanie, do Stephanie got children? Oh no, let's not even tap into Stephanie. Let's go back to Kathy Sticky Notes, because I know Kathy Sticky Notes.
Right now, Stephanie is getting on my bad side. Well, I'm gonna say this.
She has kids, so would you want your children to have to constantly be it's bullying. That's what it is, Tony. It's bullying, and they're allowing it to happen. Not only is it bullying, guys, it's also added trauma. It's also verbal and physical. I don't want to say it, but it's kind of stemming that way. A little abuse going on with the players. It's like the other players can get abused and whatever happens, but with this particular player, they're supposed to protect her at all costs. No, you might not want to do that, but this is what they're doing. So yeah, we do feel some type of way. We do, nothing still to this day, nothing about Angel Reese, nothing. And you care about the safety of the players. Miss me with that Kathy Sticky Note.
Yeah,
because that could have ended that girl career.
Sticky Note.
You guys found it funny that the player was laughing after it, but you know that Miss Girl Karma, she don't have no time frame. Oh, let me stop.
Karma doesn't. Well, I'm gonna say this though on my part, right? This isn't really about protecting one player.
No, it's not.
Or protecting one over the other, right? It's just really about creating one standard that applies to everybody, and that's all we want to see. If you can apply or accredit one standard, I think it's fine, and you're not looking at bias. You're not looking at the pretensions of purposely saying, hey, well, no, we're going to be more concerned about this player than we're concerned about any other player. And then we get down to it, the worst player that we treat the worst in the entire league. We're just going to continue to just keep treating her that way, which is Angel. I think that it's just off the charts. It is literally off the charts. While one is being labeled as someone that, why is it that we do this to her? It's not fair. You're attacking her. You don't like her and all this stuff. While another player is getting done worse than that, and she can't even buy a ref. But creating a safe place that applies for everyone with one standard is definitely something that's more important to me than the rest of the other stuff, right? Because you gotta set a standard, you gotta set a precedence. That's just what it is, and I don't think it should change.
And you see, they're not doing all this for Stewie.
No, they're not doing it for Sabrina either.
Not doing it for Sabrina. They're not doing for PB5. She on our side, America. So. And PB5, even though she chooses to, she's not in the middle, but she just wants fair and equal for everybody and just recognizes what's going on. You don't see that for her,
right?
So like, why? What people missing the point? People like that guy in the chat that posted, "Oh, AT hurt Angel, AT hurt Fee." You're missing the point. This is why comprehension is definitely a must.
Yes.
You could be smart, but if you don't have the common connected to the smart, this is what we'll get. Answers like this in the chat.
Right.
You're missing the point of what we're saying. What we're saying is, if you're going to do for one, do for the other. But it's not like that. You don't do for the other. It's 100% for one player. This league is not built on just one player.
Right.
And we're constantly seeing week after week on the floor. Why are we spending 30 minutes on the foul? And if it's a certain player, we're gonna spend more than that in a game.
Yep, absolutely. Well,
we're just asking for balance, Tony.
Yeah, I want balance too. I think that it would be a big piece. Yeah, I think it would be a big piece, but let's tap into more of the media, right? I wanna ask a question to you in the chat. Why do some players become national storylines? Is it just because of how the foul is done, or simply because of who they are? Granted, we know when it comes to Cece how it has to be publicized, but I think having the media outlets that we have in a W right now and putting multiple eyes on the game, right? Because that's absolutely what you want. You really want those type of eyes. You just don't want all the other dramas that come with it. But at some point, um, what does it become? Does it become a national story all the time? Do you feel that that's a national story every single time that it happens? Anything that happens to
Mhm.
said player, does it become national news?
Right.
That's my
But that's
question,
it.
right? And
But
then
that,
when you get into it, the similar plays involving other players receive far less attention, and we just talked about that. So what happened to Angel didn't receive attention. Well, technically it did receive attention, and the attention it received negativity because people was like they were glad that it happened to her, vice versa, this, that, and the third. And then there was some that thought that, hey, well, let me advocate for you, but you can't really advocate for her because anybody that tries to do that, things typically happens to them, which I think is crazy. And also is media attention helping the league when it comes to that, or creating more division?
it's
So
creating more. It's definitely creating more division, Tony.
yeah, they create.
You can see it.
Let's see,
You-
big though Penn says they created this to hide the fact she walked out on her team. Yeah, that's definitely the word. That's what we're hearing. She this is to cover up the fact that she walked out on her team. They're creating division. Yes, division is sorely, and I asked that question because some people don't feel that way. So that's why I asked that question to see if it's a majority vote. Do you actually truly feel like it's division or trying to sort division? And that's all I have for that part. What do you think on that, ADP?
It is definitely causing division, and it's intentional causing division. It's not, oh, all of a sudden it's happening. No, they're causing it because it's already set up. A setup plan a setup plan is different from a plan of something that just happens. This is
Right,
definitely a setup plan. This is definitely a plan to say we're gonna do whatever we want with this player. But
right,
what's the sad part about it, Tony, is it's like toilet paper. Eventually, that roll runs out, and then they move on to something else.
right. They most certainly do.
Everybody got an expiration date on things in life, and it's sad that they are using these women left and right to for their own personal agendas.
Yeah,
And like I said, it starts with the head, and the head over Kathy. It starts with that person too. Um, you know, because she has no. It's like she has no sympathy in her voice. No, it's like I don't care. I don't care what you people think. We're gonna do what we want to do. We're gonna show you in front of everybody that we're gonna do what we want to do. They don't care. They don't care if they get caught. They don't care if you blast them. It wasn't. So they wasn't expecting AT
right,
to say what she said in the way that
right,
she said it,
right.
and
Hit
then
the
on
like
top of
button, y'all.
that, they weren't expecting Nate to come out and say what he said right
Right.
behind her. They didn't expect him to have her back, but they
No.
messed around and found out.
Yes, they
So,
did.
um, Tony, this
Yeah.
is definitely, to me, in my opinion, is definitely a setup. But it's 2026, and it's a different
Yes, it
ball game.
is. Yes, it
It's a
is. Yes,
different
it is.
ball game.
Yes, it is.
Everybody got their gloves on, because when you start trying to attack somebody's child, that's serious. People don't
Yes.
play. You don't know who DB and AT know. Just because
Exactly.
they're ball players, you don't know what line of work their people do.
Huh.
And when
And
you think
will never know.
yeah, and it goes to show you guys
I
when people think they are bigger than the program, this is how they mess around and find out. You want me to tell you another example? Check. Another example is the billionaire. The billionaire with what's the medical insurance? The billionaire from the medical insurance. I forgot the guy's name. I forgot what medical insurance it was, but the incident was someone from the streets or whatever, what part of the streets, I don't know, but he messed around and found out he killed that billionaire in daylight. And you know what the other billionaires did? They walked over his body and finished the meeting. Yeah. So what I'm saying is you can be a bigger person and you can have all this money in the world, but it does not mean you cannot be touched. And what he was doing was it was an issue where he was scamming and cheating people out of their insurance. I forgot the medical insurance company, but it was on TV and everything like that. So that's right. The problem where you get to that point, and that's what they're thinking, Tony. They think they're bigger than the program and they cannot be touched. So that's why it's easy for them to do it in front of our face and don't have no remorse to think about it. They sent the sticky note out. Hey, just so y'all guys know, just a reminder, we can do whatever we want. We can go back and was bold with it. Hurry up and put that sticky note up, but couldn't hurry up and look out for AT too. When you know what she up against as well, right? Right. And it goes beyond basketball when first of all, they need to recognize the player's safety on and off the court. But when you make it, you put an extra target on these players' back, that's when it comes crazy work and people have to speak up, because now we got to have extra security around here, because you open up the door for me and my family to get attacked on a basketball play that should have been addressed on the court. So they're wasting no time. We can go back and reevaluate a game and access this and access that. Oh, now you want to put that out there. Miss me with that one too.
Exactly. Well, hey. Well, we know what those problems are: technical fouls, flagrant fouls, inconsistency, whistles, reviews, physicality. That's just a few to mention. And then when those things happen on one end of the floor, we kind of pretty much knows what happens. So I think when the coaches decide that they want to talk about this, they have to be very diligent in what they're saying to make it very, very clear and put it in a way where everybody can kind of see, right? Because the only thing that they're seeing is the false narrative that everyone's attacking CC, because that's what goes out. And that's the only thing that matters, which I think is literally outlanders. The criticized inconsistency of the officiating plays such a huge part in a lot of this, right? I think if they can balance down and get that together, at least clean it up a little bit, it won't be as bad. But when you don't and you allow things to happen because, oh, well, this person can do this and that person can do that, and you have disregard for everybody else in the league, without all those other people, you won't even have a league and they won't even have nobody to play against. So what are we talking about here? Let's just be real right there. Right. You can't have a league without players. Right. Can't have a league without players.
And they know that, guys, because they're smart. So that's what I'm saying. You can have it all in the world you want to. They're going to mess around and find out. That's why they be all shocked. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, but when the player is saying that, they're receiving, that she and her family are receiving threats and racial abuse following that incident, it's just crazy. And then criticizing, of course, the league, Kathy Engelberg, and them not telling her 10 minutes before they posted on social media. It's just a number of things, and it makes people somewhat don't want to be a part, but they love the game so much that they can continue to play the game. But it's the foolery within the game that they no longer want to deal with. And at some point, Kathy's gonna have to figure out a way on how she can handle this. If she can't, it's going to be a problem.
And you know what? See, they while they were out there playing chess, AT was playing. Checkers. AT was playing chess. She was like, okay, I know how these people are behind closed doors. Let me go ahead and do what I got to do for my part. She did exactly what she was supposed to do, and she moved quick with it.
She did. Absolutely.
And you have to do that when your name is involved and people put something on your name like that. You got to move quick. That's how you skin a cat. You got to move. Okay, this is what we doing. This is how we rolling. This is what you want to come with your little first sticky note. So she knew. Let me tell you, people forget these players know what's going on behind closed doors. They done seen it. They done been a part of it. They talk to each other. That's the thing with the CBA. They probably have big conversations about this stuff.
Right. Well, I'm gonna pretty much get ready to try to end this because I wanted to make sure I brought this up first and foremost because it really bothered me and I didn't really say much about it. I think I alluded to it a little bit on the game the other day when it actually took place. It was the next day after it when Thomas first got the call or the message that went out on social media that she was not going to play, right? And this it just did not sit well with me. But the biggest story shouldn't be Caitlin Clark versus Alyssa Thomas. It should really be whether the WNBA officiating is consistent enough to keep games safe and fair. That's the biggest part.
Right.
Everything else is just monotonous. When players, coaches, and fans and the analysts all leave games arguing about the referees instead of the basketball game, that's a league problem, not a player's problem. So the league has to figure out what they want to do, and the league is Kathy Engelberg, right? And with it being Kathy Engelberg, Kathy got to figure out what she's gonna do because there's no way we should be sitting here arguing about most of that. We got us a super chat. Let's go ahead. Let's put it. Let's put it up. Look at that, y'all. I got $1.99 from my sister Keisha. She said, Tony, send Duval the link. Oh, okay, Duval, want to come on up, Duval. Let me see the link. Hold up.
Oh, I saw Keisha put it out there. I was getting ready to tell her.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let me send him let me send it. Oh, we about to get a surprise guest, y'all. What? Let's see. I'm gonna send it in the I'm gonna send in the Players Club chat. Vibrate the times. Come on. That's your video, ADP. Why is your video popping up? Why is your video popping up with New York and they win New York teaspoon? I like the graphics. So let me go ahead and get a.
Well, I love my aces, but they did teaspoon. You know, she did her videos and stuff, so I twisted it a little bit. I said, "Hey, we're gonna talk about teaspoon and celebration because of the Liberty winning." So
yes. There you go. I put it in the Players Club. I put the link in the Players Club chat. Keisha Duval, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, man, looky.
That's what it
Give
boiled down
that
to.
girl a cookie. He said, looky, get that girl a cookie. Where is it? Let's minimize this.
I'm like, did you put the ball on the shelf? Oh, okay.
No, Duval's right there. What's going on, Duval? How are you doing?
I'm be so tired.
Let me tell you something, Sister Tony. This is the first time I came on your platform. I was walking down the street and I had my dog, and so I just wanted to stop by and say hello. I got a couple things to get off my chest. First of all, Let me tell you something. First of all, fuck Keisha. You know what I'm saying? She the boss. But you know what I'm saying? She be treated like she Gladys Knight and on the pimps. It don't work like that. Sister Tony and ADP, you know what I'm saying? We supposed to be Ike and Tina. We supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell. We supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, we supposed to be a tag team duo. She treat me like on glass and she glass on the pimps. Now it don't work like that. She treat me like, you know what I'm saying, we supposed to be Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. On Jazzy Jeff and she Fresh Prince. That ain't right.
Dang, Keisha,
Keisha.
why you do Duval like that?
Keisha, you ain't happy, Keisha.
No.
It's okay, Keisha. Take a deep breath.
Yeah.
You really, you
Well,
know,
I'm
Duval, I
glad
don't think
you
she meant
I'm glad
that
you
way.
came up
Now,
here and told her about herself there, Duval.
oh,
Yeah,
yes, she did.
I don't like that. I don't like that. It hurt my feelings, you know what I'm saying? And then Captain Ingleberg, you sit your old ass down, shit. You know what I'm saying? You dress an Alka-Seltzer, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you running amok in this league. We need some changes. Maybe I need to be the commissioner because you ain't doing a goddamn thing for these ladies. You know what these ladies need? I'm going to tell you what these ladies need. These ladies need a mandatory self-defense training course. All of them.
Yep.
Because these fans are too crazy. They too psychotic. They take it too far. They have a parasocial relationship with these players, particularly Caitlin Clark. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't afford, you know what I'm saying, 24-hour security guard like Angel. Everybody can't afford 24 guards security guard like Caitlin. And Angel, I think she just got it this year. You know what I'm saying? And so everybody don't have that type of money, but everybody needs self-defense course when you come to these women. Because like I said, these men are crazy. You know what I'm saying? You got people like LaShawn McCoy saying that, hey, it's okay to be racist and say death threat things to these players because, you know what I'm saying, it's just sports. No, it's not sports. It's life. Right. Life beats art. Life beats art. These players are in danger. And I hate that for these women.
Right.
Them players, yeah, them players are in danger. And in danger because these men are racist, they psychotic, and you know what I'm saying, they don't have no home training. Everybody, and this is what makes me upset, because everybody had free student council sections in high school. You ain't have to pay shit. All you had to do is sit your ass up there and sign up. You know what I'm saying? You ain't have to pay a goddamn dime. But no, they'd rather go outside and you know what I'm saying, unalive cats and birds and stuff, and then you wonder why we have too many Ted Bundys around here, you know what I'm saying, doing things that they shouldn't be doing. You know what I'm saying? So every woman needs self-defense courses in the WNBA so they can defend themselves against crazy-ass people like, you know what I'm saying, Keisha and, you know what I'm saying, and others. You know what I'm saying? We need to protect these ladies. Because like I said, this is not right. And Kathy is doing a bad job with the WNBA as a commissioner. They need somebody to step down. My choice is somebody like Swim Cash or even somebody like Cheryl Miller. You know what I'm saying? Cheryl Miller got a great relationship with the players. She really seems like she's very smart when it comes to the business acumen. We need somebody in there that could really read the room and instead of being reactive, being proactive when it comes to WNBA content and WNBA activities.
Yeah, I totally agree. So do you feel that Alyssa Thomas' suspension was justified?
No, because it was in the course of the game. I mean, I understand why she got suspended, but you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't have did it. It was in the course of the game. You know what I'm saying? It was in the course of the game. It was a quick bang play. It's not like she punched her and held her hand down there for like 25 years. You know what I'm saying? They just, you know what I'm saying, they just, you know what I'm saying, dragged it. You know what I'm saying, put some sugar on tea. You know what I'm saying? That's what they did. I don't think, you know what I'm saying, not saying I condone that behavior, but I don't think it was with ill intent. I think it was just in the course of play and she was making a play. It's no different than when Caitlin would be swinging her hands in the air accidentally slapping people. We see the videos out there. She swinging her hands in the air, slapping people all around, and nobody don't say she need to be suspended. But they want Alyssa Thomas to be suspended because just like I told Keisha last night, the content of WNBA was getting stale. Like I said, Angel Reese said Caitlin Clark ratings was the third highest rating in the league when they usually be the first. And that tells me that the racism was dying down, so they had to do something to reignite the racism and reignite the talk in the league when it comes to Caitlin Clark being this victim like she's Taylor Swift and Kanye West. Fuck the league, fuck WNBA, fuck Keisha, and fuck Commissioner Kathy. That's how I feel.
That's how you feel. Okay,
And Devon,
yeah,
you
you feel very
remember,
passionate about that too.
Devon, you remember when Ty Young said she played with AT, and she said if AT want to do something, she'll do it. She's not gonna do it in that way.
Yeah, you're right.
You crazy.
You're right. You know what I'm saying? But that's why they need new leadership. They need somebody that can read the room. They need somebody that is not afraid to make a decision and stand on the decision. Kathy Engelbert is too afraid of Caitlin Clark fan base, so she in a parasocial situation, like her emotions and when her decision making are being held hostage instead of her doing something that's best for the league, not best for Olive Oil, aka Caitlin Clark, thinking that she runs shit and she don't run a goddamn thing. Keisha, she don't run a goddamn thing. Sister Tony, she don't run a goddamn thing. ADP, you know what I'm saying? Only thing she do is run her mouth and them badass Prada outfits that she wearing pregame. That's all she do. That's all she do.
Ain't no
Yeah, boy,
bad.
I know them toes be curled up in them little fake ass Prada shoes. They be bent up and everything else. She probably got cones everywhere. Anyway.
Yeah,
that's who it was. Proof Golden, United Healthcare CEO. Yeah, billionaire, right?
Yeah.
Thought he couldn't be touched.
Child, but it was. So who's been most affected by the inconsistency of the officiating the ball in ADP?
Angel. And it's true, Angel. I've seen other players, get get things going on, but Angel, 100%, because they're threatened by a remarkable queen, a beautiful black queen. They're threatened by that. Now this is where it plays in right there, because she got it all. She's not an inbox person. She's definitely outbox. She's doing it off the court, on the court. And way before then, Tony, if you want to take it way back then, let's take it to the championship game.
Right. You can. Most definitely can. When we're talking about the inconsistency, I mean, the refs, at some point, I'm wondering what's going to take place, right? Because there's so many inquiries involved.
Yes.
Do you think that they will adhere to at least any of the inquiries that have been put in? Because it's not just the Dream that put in inquiries.
I would say this. I'm gonna answer your first question. Yes, I do think Angel is being treated unfairly when it comes to the officials. Like she's like I said on previous shows. They treat her like she's Shaq. Shaq was hard to officiate because he played a physical style of basketball, and Angel plays the same way. And so they don't call fouls that they should call on Angel. And on the defensive end, it's just like they really had a trigger. They be trigger happy when it comes to Angel playing defense, and they call fouls on loose ball fouls and stuff like that shouldn't be called. But again, I don't think the problem gonna be fixed in season, because like I said, the two paces out the two, and the train, Leicester Station. That makes sense. They gonna have to wait till the all season, take some of that money that they had gotten from the CBA, and hire full-time referees. And make them their job to really study the league, study the players, study how the game should be played, so there could be a consistent, level of officiating across the board next season. But this season is not going to get fixed. But next season, they hire full-time referees and let them go to training courses, let them go to, seminars where they can rewatch these films of, calls that been made in WNBA, and so they could be better as a league next year.
Yeah, I agree with that. What about the replays? Are the replays helping the game more, or do you think it's kind of stalling? Because remember, we're already spending more time during games than anything with all of these replays.
I will always say this: get the call right. I would rather get the call right than get the call wrong and the game go by faster. It's always need to get the call right, because people, one, invest in these teams when it comes to gambling and everything else. And two, people invest in these teams emotionally. And people just want to see the game be played fairly. It's no different than the NFL. when they go to the replay booth, when say they got calls on the field, you just want to get the calls right. You'd rather, it's like this here, and I'm gonna use a personal situation. When I buy laundry detergent, I buy Tide. Now Tide $25. Shit, that's your eye. God, I'm like, goddamn Tide. You know what I'm saying? Game be like $10, you know what I'm saying? You got your Ultra that be $5, you know what I'm saying? Then you got you get water down stuff that $2, $3, you know what I'm saying? But Tide be $25. But when you buy Tide, you know you're gonna get the top of the line quality product. You know your clothes gonna be clean, you know stains gonna be out, you know you're gonna have clothes that smell good, and you know what I'm saying, they gonna feel good when you put them back on, and not gonna be all frizzy and feeling like you a cat scratching you. And so if you're gonna pay higher price for a product, make sure the product is right. And that's the same thing with the WNBA officiating. You know what I'm saying? I would rather them go to the booth and make sure the call is correct than not go to the booth and the call don't be correct, and that will be the focus on said game. Especially when gambling stipulations is, you know what I'm saying, a part of, you know what I'm saying, if a game is, you know what I'm saying, treated fairly when it comes to how it's officiated. That's all I say when it comes to the officiating part of the game.
All right. I totally agree. I totally 100% agree. I just think that extending the game as long as you are, like you said, when it comes to different things and gambling being one of them, I just think you're just prolonging. And it frustrates everybody. It frustrates the players. Some of them are already extremely tired, and you're spending more time than none. Constantly reviewing. I think that certain things should be reviewed and at certain times of the game, not throughout the entire game. So that's my take on that. So if they can come up with a way that they do that at a particular time versus throughout the entire game, like that, I just think it would kind of speed it back up. So that's very good. That's very interesting. ADP, you got anything else?
That pretty much summed it up. It goes back to you did a good flow, Tony, because it's ended with the league's biggest problem, and that's what it is.
Yeah,
it's more to it. You know, it's not just the players; it's the league. The league is in charge of all this, and they're allowing it to happen.
Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens moving forward. This situation. Caitlin Clark comes back and play, whatever she does. I don't know. I just know that I'm just
Somebody
on
said she
social
out,
media right now.
For the next game.
Is she out for game number 2? Is she gonna be out for game number 3? Whichever, however long she out, I don't care if she playing or she isn't. It don't make me know. Never mind. I think at the end of the day, and like I had to tell somebody else on Threads and Instagram. Stop saying that this caused that girl to not play. That girl went and put up a shot, and she fell wrong, and she picked her back during that time, and that was long before this crap. She got up from this so-called flagrant foul and kept playing the game. And then she took a wild shot, hurt her back, went to the bench, and was benched, and she left the game. So that has nothing to do with her injury. So I wish people stop that bullshit.
So Tony, I sent you something in the player club if you want to react to the LaShawn McCoy and what he said about how fans should be behaving. I think it'd be very interesting for your audience to hear. I just when it comes to Caitlin Clark, she quit that game, and it wasn't about her back. Cause like I said, we showed it on our show, Cut the Ish. Shout out to Cut the Ish. You know what I'm saying? We're doing good things over there. They we showed it that she was in the timeout. She was ready to go back in. You know what I'm saying? Stephanie White benched her because she had a turnover in that game where the other player, the white girl, the Caucasian girl, went and scored the basket, and she slowed up. She did not try to get back on defense. And Kelsey Mitchell threw her hands up. And so, of course, Stephanie White said, you out. You know what I'm saying? Raven Johnson, you in. And I guess she felt disrespected, so she just walked off.
Yeah.
She just walked off. She quit.
Finished that game.
Yes, she would have finished. She wanted to go back in. She was ready to go back in. We showed the footage. She was ready to go back in, and she did not want to be taken out. When Stephanie White took her out, she said, "Fuck this, I'm out of here." You know what I'm saying? Send my check, give me my check on the 1st of 15th. You tripping? That's what she told Stephanie White. And so once that happened, now she got this injury excuse because, like I said, she want to play the victim complex again. She want to play victim again because that what works for her brand. That what works for her dollar. That will get her dollars. You know what I'm saying? That's why she don't tell people who she vote for. Even though we all believe she's Democrat, but she won't say it out loud because she know what her fan base is. So you know what I'm saying? She's doing things for her fan base, and that's why she is not a true person. She is not a genuine person. She's a person that's being controlled. She being controlled. She's on brand. She's not somebody that authentically her. That's not who she is. She always do what's best for her brand instead of what's best for Caitlin Clark. We don't know who Caitlin Clark really is in life, to be honest with you.
No, she's doing so many of the things we don't know who she is. We have earthly no idea who she is.
And we probably won't find out till she's late in her career and she already got all the money that she felt like she got. And you know what I'm saying? At that point, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's FU money. It's, you know what I'm saying? That's when you get to the point where it's like FU money. Think about the old people. Old people be cussing you out of shit for no reason because at that point, shit, they got their retirement. They got their retirement and their social security check.
What you say?
Yeah, say at that point, she like, hey, the old people tell you shut the hell up and die. You know what I'm saying? That's how they feel about you. Because like I said, at that point, they did everything they wanted to do. They don't have to be controlled by their finances anymore. And so.
All right, here we go. Let's play a chat.
The W at this junction in time would be better without Caitlin Clark because she is a bigger distraction than she is an additive. Caitlin Clark has got the WNBA over the necessary threshold they needed. Now people are watching. Now we realize, oh, there's talent in the W. Talent that's actually even greater than Caitlin Clark. And I'm not just talking about bigs like Asia. I'm talking about the Olivia Miles. I'm talking about the Paige Beckers. Hell, I'm talking about the Kelsey Mitchells. Caitlin got the necessary eyes there. But now that the eyes are there, we don't necessarily need her anymore. The W at this junction in time would be better without Caitlin Clark because she is a bigger distraction than she is an additive. Caitlin Clark has got the WNBA over the necessary threshold they needed. Now people are watching. Now we realize, oh, there's talent in the W. Talent that's actually even greater than Caitlin Clark. And I'm not just talking about bigs like Asia. I'm talking about the Olivia Miles. I'm talking about the Paige Beckers. Hell, I'm talking about the Kelsey Mitchells. Caitlin got the necessary eyes there. But now that the eyes are there, we don't necessarily need her anymore.
I would presume so. I'll presume so. I think so. I guess before I get into it, what are your thoughts on that, Duval? You think that that's necessary?
Oh, you think what's necessary?
That the league doesn't need her anymore.
You know, I had this.
I would say she still is an asset. They can still grow the league, but I just don't think the victor concept of her is not needed anymore. I think at some point she just needs to play her game, be who she is, and let people accept that. You know what I'm saying? She really confident in people choosing to follow her as the face of the league because of her and who she is as a person. Show that. Don't be a victim. Don't act like, you know what I'm saying, you are being mistreated, you're the damsel in distress. Don't do that. Be who you are and see if people truly like you. Or she might be in denial that she thinks that people like her for her instead of for what she represents. And she don't want to find out the truth. And if that's the case, that makes Caitlin Clark a coward. That don't make her a true woman.
I definitely think that sentiment is absolutely true. Wanting to know the true reasoning behind things or people and her fan is something that I don't think that she can handle. And that's one of the things that they're talking about now in social media, what she can and can't handle when it comes to this league. So, I mean, I'm not saying it. That's the media saying it. And you're talking about big time, you know, the Stephen A's and all those guys. Like, why do you feel like she can't handle it? She has to be a part of this league. So when you want to be a part of something, you have to figure out a way to make yourself a home. right? If you can't make your home warming and comfortable, then you're always gonna have rough goings at it. That's just the way it is. It's like letting somebody come over to your house, and the cleanest part of your house should be your bathroom, right? And
Yeah.
someone has to go to the bathroom, and you got a nasty ass bathroom. Listen, I'm never coming over here again. It's the nastiest I've ever seen in my life. You could have papers everywhere in the living room, but you go in the bathroom. If the bathroom clean, people say, okay, they clean. They just forgot to get to the living room, blah 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 blah. But you got to make it a home. And so, if you feel like the physicality of the game is something that she can't handle, then by all means, then what do? I think what the league is doing right now is they're making all of these provisions just so she's able to sustain. But that shouldn't be the rest of the league's problem. That should be a Caitlin Clark problem.
The next thing I sent you, that's the one I really wanted to send you. Not that,
Okay.
but that's on me. But when it comes to what you're saying, I agree because my mother, who used to be a property manager when she was living in her time, she used to always tell me, I can tell you how your house look like based on how I look at your porch.
Yes.
And my mother, she stood by that. She was a person, because she had to do house inspections and stuff like that. And she used to tell me, she knows she gonna fail or pass somebody based on how their porch look. If their porch look nasty, she know the inside is nasty.
Right.
And so you gotta keep your house clean and in order. And that's, like I said, that comes back to Caitlin Clark. Be who you are. Stop trying to be on code. Stop being robotic. Stop being, bought and paid for by these corporations and white people that don't have your best interests at heart. Because if you don't do that, this is what's gonna really happen to you, Caitlin. Your legacy is not gonna be for your play. Your legacy gonna be associated with racism. And why would you want to be associated with that when you can be so much more as a player and a representative of not only this league but for yourself? And until she realized that, she's constantly and continue gonna get controlled by the people that want to push their narratives on her and the league itself. And that's a shame.
Yeah, it is. Because they're not going to be
It's
there
truly
for
a
when
shame.
everything
It is truly a shame
changes.
because Kathy doesn't care about that stuff. And I mean, I don't know how many times we need to say it, right? Kathy doesn't care anything about any of these players. They are just numbers to her. What numbers can they bring to W to help her continue on her journey? Because she is this numbers person. She's the person that brings in all of the big revenues and the deals and making different decisions here and there. So she doesn't care about them as individuals. So she can run you in the ground if you're out too long. She tell them, hey, you need to cancel that contract and get somebody else. Blah 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 blah. Just different scenarios like that. Caitlin is no different from that. Caitlin is the cash cow. They're using her to a certain extent. I think there's some things that maybe Caitlin didn't want to do, but Caitlin has to do it because that is part of her job. And this is what Kat say you're going to do. You do it or we pull your endorsements, right? And it is what it is. That's a part of business. And when it comes to business, because playing is their business, they have to show up for their job. How long will she be out this time? If she is going to be out for a second game in a row or something further than that, I mean, it is what it is. But I'm going to say this. Caitlin could be out for a back injury, and it's truly a back injury, and Angel could be out last year for a back injury, and no, she's just avoiding being played. I'm just saying. I just thought I'd put that out there real quick. Let's get this something else. Where is it? Here we go.
And see, when you play this is when he say stuff like he's saying, this is dangerous. And this is why I wanted this to be played, because I want the audience to understand that some of these people lose humanity when it comes to compassion for other women in the W. Go ahead, get it off. Get it off, Tony.
All right, here we go. Let me turn it up. I'm sorry. I hit the mute button. Let's move back.
All the time, and people say stuff on my DMs about certain players that people love. When the 10 Tebow era, when he was balling, you say something about him, they hate you. I get so many death threats and all the time, and people saying stuff on my DMs. That's part of being sports, is part of doing it. If you don't like it, you shouldn't play.
Because what do you want the NBA to do? What do you want the NFL to do? What do you want them to do? You can't make fans not be fans. That's what makes fans special. Right now, you hope that nothing happens, but they get so passionate and they saying this and saying that, F you, F your mama. You've heard so many crazy things from these fans, and that's what makes the sport game so special. So my message to her is there's nothing that the WNBA can do about it. They can't stop fans for saying things about you or death threats to you. We're going to find a social media page or, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing you can do. I'll just say this, though. And I always tell, like, young players that are sensitive to these type of things. The great thing about America is if you don't like it, don't play. Acho, you on TV saying everything. If you don't want people to respond to you, saying stuff to you if they see you or writing you DMs, then don't do it. Don't talk about it. Simple as that. Because if not, it's going to keep coming out. When you talk about the biggest player of women's basketball history, you're going to get people to talk about you. Simple as that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I think it is a tough conversation because on one hand, nobody should be subjected to that type of treatment whatsoever. Nobody should be subjected to having their addresses leaked, pictures of their house being sent to them, death threats in your DMs. That's something that can mentally shake you up. I don't care if you're an athlete or not. That's not anything that you want to hear, not anything that you want to see, not anything that you should be sitting there and trying to compartmentalize because it's not normal and it's not okay. At the same time, though, asking the league to do something about it is not going to change the fact that all of these people are doing this. And that's kind of that. It's heartbreaking, but it is kind of the thing. Like you taking that gripe up with the WNBA and saying that they're not doing anything about it and they need to fix this. How? I'm sorry. You got to turn off Instagram. You need to block. You need to not have DMs. You need to like that. Like there's not really much that the W can do to avoid that. Now they can keep you safe. They can increase security around the areas. They can put you guys in hotels that make you feel.
Can you pause this just Tony for a second?
That's what is saying. Did he just say what I think he said?
See, first of all, I need you to pause because at the end of the day, they won't say we stealing their content. I don't want you to get a copyright strike because we can react to the content once we pause it and give our opinions on it. See, this is why stupid motherfuckers like them two up there, they say shit like this and they wonder why we call them incel men that can't get women. Because at the end of the day, yes, the WNBA can do stuff about this. They need to give more security to these women when they go to these cities, when they meet these fans that they don't know that could be crazy. Also, they need to make these women take self-defense courses and learn how to shoot a weapon so, they can protect themselves if they can't afford security. See, men like this are insensitive when it comes to women's safety. They just don't understand that these are women that are vulnerable when it comes to their emotions and feelings. Why would you say that there's nothing the league could do about it? Yes, there are things the league could do about it. The league could put out a statement saying that if you are a fan and you are doing anything other than booing and you saying racial stuff in stands or anywhere else, you will be removed from the game and you will be removed from attending any games in the future. Is that doing something about it, Sister Tony? I believe that's doing. I think they're doing something about it. See, that's the something that the WNBA is doing. You know what I'm saying? Another thing the WNBA can do is, hey, we're going to have a social media, expert on our end, and we catch fans saying racial stuff to other players. We will have them investigated. That's something they can do about it as well. See, what y'all don't understand, and I'm talking to men up there, is they just don't understand that bullying from these parasocial men on the defense of this Caucasian woman can make people unalive themselves. And that's what they don't understand. People are human. They cannot put on headphones while they're playing in the game.
I've been saying that, Duval. I've been saying that about our players. Go ahead.
They won't say they cannot put on headphones during the game. And yes, they do have to check their social media because, like I said again, they have to build their brand and make that dollars. They're not making enough money where they could just stay off social media and still get paid. Right. So you tell them not to do their job and not to maximize their dollars. So, so they can avoid parasocial fans like the ones y'all promoting.
Right.
To say racial and ignorant stuff to these women based on what? Their personal feelings about a woman they probably would never meet in their life. That's stupidity. But let's keep playing because, you know what I'm saying, we're going to hear more for the stupidity when it comes to this segment.
Dumbass. They're dumbasses. Here we go.
in the statement, but I just think there's a lot of like, well, they need to like, bro, they can't control what is being sent to you, and that's unfortunately the world that we live in, where everyone is online, everyone's just so, and then there's so many people who are just behind faceless, nameless accounts who want to send things from private accounts and have no repercussions for their actions because that's what social media and the internet allows you to do.
I don't pause that again because this is where he's wrong, right? Because it is known that all CC negative comments are being removed by the league. So if you could do it for one, why you can't do it for all, right? Because you need to have these ladies in a great frame of mind to play the best basketball that they could possibly play. You could tell them to turn off their social media, turn off their phones and all that good jazz, but the same thing that you're doing for Caitlin so she can be free and willing to play and do everything and not ever have to worry about that, you could do the same for the other players. Yes, fans are going to say what they're going to say. They're going to post what they're going to post, but it doesn't mean that the player have to even ever really see it. But if you don't delete it like you deleted hers, then that's saying that you're intentional.
And I'll say this, though. The thing I've learned, right, from being an athlete and working with fans and different people, especially being retired, because I knew about fans, but I didn't understand like what a real fan was until I retired. Like, oh God, like damn, this team lost. Yo, this guy's week has been destroyed. Oh, this guy won. He's super happy. He's having a great time with his kids. But what I learned is that fans look at athletes like superheroes. I can't do what he does, and he represents my city and my town. And when I have bad days, when I watch him play the game of basketball, I have bills, or this, I have that, all these different things in my life that's been chaotic. And then when this kid plays in a basketball game or football game, he brings me peace. And I start seeing that fans look at these athletes like heroes. And then when you take a shot at my hero, right, I want to defend him. I want to defend him mad. Now, a lot of these fans will never get to see Alyssa Thomas.
Correct.
A lot of these fans never get to see Tom Brady. A lot of these fans won't get to see LaShawn McCoy. But on a serious note, so only I can lash out at them, these superheroes, if I death threats or I say something bad about them. Bro, I look at LeBron James, man. That's why I love LeBron so much. He's a great player, of course, but he's such a great role model because he's been through it all. When he decided to go to Miami from Cleveland, everybody and mama hated him. And I was saying so many crazy things. I'm like, yo, all he did is went to another team. Do you think it was a sucker move? That's what you feel like. Cool. But you don't want to take his life for it. But what I learned is that he's a super.
Hey, but didn't they though? They burned up their jerseys, tagged his house, just all kind of stuff, and didn't want him to come back in the city. So we're moving right along. That does happen. Yeah. And again, if he was there, they probably could have hurt him, right? I mean, they were that angry. And so you do have stuff like that happening. People are just crazy like that. You don't know which way the wind's going to blow when they're in the presence of their so-called hero that now they don't like, or because they made a decision, or because someone like Angel is around TC, and all of a sudden now you want to try to do something to her because you don't like that she looked at it a certain way. Like there's different things like that. There's too many people around, too many people in the stands. And after that incident with Angel and that lady ran up on her because she just had to have a picture with her, I had to see her because she spent her rent money, to go see Angel. You can't do that stuff. I mean, what if she would have had a shank or something, right? I mean, yeah, I'm talking prison yard type of stuff, but what if she had something on her and would have did something to Angel? Then what would we be saying? Would the fans of CC be saying, oh, that's good for her? Oh, well, good. That's one less person we got to worry about. Like, are those the words that they use? Or what are they saying? Oh, like, did we really truly cause this? Yes, fucking Portnard, you did, you piece of dumb shit. Okay, let's keep going.
Superhero, and somebody that loved him, he probably hurt his heart. Yeah. So all I'm saying is, if you're gonna do something to Caitlin Clark, and I don't say it's an accident, but whatever, it's sports. It gets physical. I'm cool with that. You're gonna have people that's like, you know what? I gotta defend my idol.
I want to actually, one second before we move on, I want to continue this conversation. The question that was asked at the very beginning about it being Caitlin Clark's fans. I don't think that's actually fair to her, and I wanted to say that as well. I don't think Caitlin Clark, as a player, as what she says, cultivates a culture that results in her fan base going then and saying racist remarks.
Is he deaf, dumb, or blind, Duvall?
He's all three, and I'm gonna tell you why this dumbass is all three. First of all, it is Caitlin Clark's fault. When you
exactly,
it's just I'm gonna give you a true example. Remember they had the Blue Lives Matter movement at that point, right? Remember there were good cops that were coming out saying, "Hey, we are good cops. Why are you lumping us with the bad cops?" And people would say, "Because your silence is compliance." Right. Your silence is compliance. And the same thing with Caitlin Clark. Her silence is compliance. You are co-signing your fans' behavior instead of coming out and saying, "Hey, I'm not with this." And I don't care how many times you got to come out. I don't care. You got to come out every day and say, "Hey, if you're a fan of me, don't be threatening these other women." You know what I'm saying? Be a fan of me. Root for us to win. Root for us to have a good time. Root for us to play well. But when you're doing all this parasocial behavior as if you want to be the next Ted Bundy, that's not something that I tolerate. Right. Caitlin Clark can say that every single day, and she needs to say that every single day. And if she don't, then you are co-signing bad behavior. You are saying to your fan base that you are okay with them attacking other people on your behalf because you are, quote unquote, their superhero, which is a problem in itself. Because like I said, your superhero should be the Lord Jesus Christ. Your superhero should not be in another person. If your superhero is in another person where you so emotionally invested in them, where you will do things on behalf of them, then you have a bigger issue in life than being a content creator or a sports fan overall.
Right. 100%. 100%. Yep. All right, let's finish listening to these guys and they nonsense. They talk, man. They talk greasy. Anyway,
I think it can be dangerous to say Caitlin Clark's fans are the ones that are doing it.
Here's why
let me finish.
I can't because I'm getting the DMs. I can read it to you.
Yes, I don't think those people are.
What you said about Caitlin Clark.
Hold up.
Hey, I love Caitlin Clark. Are you finna get hung and word? How you finna tell me that they not a Caitlin Clark fan if they're saying they're a Caitlin Clark fan?
But you said, that's every fan. For example,
I'm not mad.
That's not every fan. Can I finish my point, y'all? Can I finish my point? This is very important to me that I'm able to finish this point.
Go ahead, bro. Finish your point.
Those fans, like you said, are not fans. They're not using their actual fandom for Caitlin Clark to spread a good message or actually show any sort of support of the athlete. They are using fandom as a crutch to now spew their racist hatred and whatnot. I don't think it's fair to say, like, look, if someone says, oh, if I go out and I say, oh, I don't like Stephen A. Smith, for example, and now a bunch of people that follow me go out and say, Stephen A. Smith, you're a bitch, you deserve this and this and this and this, and then start sending him death threats, linking his address, doing all this other stuff. I don't want that to be reflective of me or anything that I've said or done. And that's a situation where I actually went out and like said something about Stephen A.
But here's my thing.
That's not cool.
And let me know. You know this. You might know this. What can I play that won't get us violated, censored? I haven't listened to this voicemail because what Shady said and what Kieran said, like, hey, protect your peace.
Yeah.
I wake up at 6:50 a.m. to a no caller ID number.
Yeah.
This is the first time I'm listening to this voicemail.
Yeah.
This is after my Caitlin.
So real quick, before you even play that, somebody had to do extensive research to find your phone number before they could leave you this voicemail. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I have not listened to this voicemail, so we are all hearing this voicemail for the first time.
Okay.
I texted it to my
Sister Tony for a second.
There you go.
You see, do y'all see how dangerous that is, chat?
That's very dangerous. It's extremely dangerous because what if he said that and then he was outside the man's house when he walked out of his door? You know what I'm saying? That's excessive. That's extremely dangerous. If you took the time, Duvall, to research this man and find his phone number, figure it out, whichever way you got it, whatever source you use, who's to say that you're not outside his house or even sitting in his car in the back seat?
But this is my point. People like LaShawn McCoy, aka Dumbass McCoy, promoting parasocial behavior. You promoting that people can go to the stream link to get phone numbers and leak addresses, all because they want to impress their superhero. We ain't trying to cut y'all ADP. You got anything to say? We don't want to make you feel left out. I apologize.
Yeah, no, you're good. No, you're good. I'm listening. What y'all saying is good.
Yeah, this is insane. This is insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Shout out Megan. And I said, type out what it says so I can know to play if I can play it or not. So we all finna listen to it. And this voice note I am about to play that I received from someone in defense of Caitlin Clark is what individuals who say anything about Caitlin Clark are subject to. Let's play. Let's run from the top.
Man, he's old, man. He's trying to get the.
No, hold on. Oh yeah, it's about to be wild.
Oh shit! Here we go. Buckle up, Buttercup.
This is sports though, bro.
Manuel Echo, race baiting bigot.
He got Echo.
Man, stay out of women's basketball. You don't know fucking shit. Talking crap like that, man. Who the fuck you think you are? Think the blacks own the WNBA? Well, fuck yourself. You're gonna get hung up one of these days, bitch.
Wow.
Now you don't love that? I love that.
Wow.
You know I love.
Wait a minute. He said.
Wait till it happens to him.
This is the first time I listened to this because I didn't get to see this on your show last night. I think I came up for just a second and then I went over to it.
No, I ain't played it. I got this today.
He loves that.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
Now we played it last night, but what we played last night was you watched the courtroom where that man played his guitar.
Oh,
that's the type of parasocial behavior that's not acceptable. What is wrong with y'all motherfuckers that y'all will go to these extremes for y'all favorite players? I mean, this is stupidity. Y'all got kids. Sean McCoy, you got kids, brother. What happened? See, you see he talking that shit now? What happened if somebody go after his kids?
Right.
On behalf of their quote unquote superhero. Then he'll have a different tune then. Because that's what people don't understand, Sister Tony.
Yeah.
People don't have to get to you.
Exactly.
Right.
They can get to somebody close to you.
Yep.
And it will hurt worse to that person than getting to you. Because you're going to feel guilty that whatever happened to that person that's close to you, you're going to always feel like it was your fault. Even if it wasn't. That's why people like him is stupid and dumb as hell, and they shouldn't have shows. Because they will say stuff like this to promote bad behavior. And that's something that shouldn't be tolerated under any circumstance. Keep playing.
Yeah, that's also, just to bring a point before I start, that brings a point to Ryan Clark. Remember what happened to him. They got to his child. They got to his daughter, right? He said what he said in defense of
Angel
based on what was said. And basically told old boy he was just a biggie bitch, pretty much, right? And here we go, right? Oh, now it becomes a cry because my wife and my kids are being under scrutiny now, and then it turns to Ryan, and Ryan's kids now become a problem because they find out that they're biracial as well. Let
me speak on real quick what you were just talking about, because I'm gonna get context of what you're saying. Ryan Clark was speaking to Robert Griffin III about his wife nodding at his bad behavior. And Ryan Clark, not Ryan Clark, but RG3 fans went and dug up his daughter that wasn't in the spotlight, that wasn't somebody that he had promoted based on his own personal reasons, and now she had to be public as a biracial child. So they could prove, quote unquote, Ryan Clark hypocrisy. But like I said, now that woman, his daughter, was an innocent bystander that was just trying to live her life, my own business, and now she's in the spotlight, and now she got to go to school and be asked questions about her dad that she didn't want to be promoted or mentioned. She just wanted to live her life peacefully. And that's what we have to deal with when it comes to these parasocial behavior from these, fans that call themselves defending their favorite players. Keep playing.
Absolutely.
Because then you showing that. Now I got stuff from people all the time. When I was playing, where I'm talking about A-Rod, I'm talking about different players. I get it all the time. But I'm used to being an athlete. I'm used to it. So my thing is, it's not a Caitlin Clark issue.
I'm not saying
finding ways to.
Here's what I'm saying. There has to drop. I don't care because he ain't finna pull up on me.
Right.
So I'm not tripping.
Right. But you're not gonna do that.
Of course not.
That's what these have been intimidation tactics used by individuals that sound like him towards individuals that look like us for the course of time. Shady, the end was, you better shut the F up. You're going to get hung one of these days. Okay. So again, you're talking to your boy. I don't care. He ain't finna do nothing to me. But at the end of the day, you can't ignore.
That's sports. You gotta ignore. That's sports.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying what you can't ignore is you can't ignore the psychological impact that has on a human being. Shout out to your mental toughness. You go to therapy, you do all of these things. But I don't think individuals are meant to hear, "I'm finna hang you, boy."
I mean, but like, okay, for example, right? I had a teammate, Riley Cooper. He said, I want to kick all your niggers' asses. He said that, right? He was at a
Kenny Chesney concert.
Kenny said, yeah, right? And there's not a lot of black people at them events. But the black guy was a security guard. He was so mad, I want to get underneath his skin. Now, do I think Riley Cooper's racist? I don't. People might not like that. I don't think so. I've been around him.
Bro, really? That's the end of that. That's crazy.
That's the stupidity. That's the stupidity that he's promoting.
That's crazy.
He basically telling you that stuff like this is okay, and it's not.
It is not okay. It is not okay. And yeah, although he's saying, well, I know he's not gonna pull up on me.
You don't know that.
You don't know that. Billionaire didn't know that. Did the billionaire know that?
People are crazy these days, right? ADP and the ball, they will show up.
Yes.
You don't know when they coming, where they coming. Your head gotta always be on the swivel. You always gotta be intangible about everything you're doing, sitting in the restaurant, all these different things. It can happen at any moment. Somebody can spot you. Oh yeah, that's that clown. That was that clown that said such about CC. I see him in a restaurant. I'm going to get him. Crazy stuff. And it can turn sideways.
Your kid.
You got money, Sister Toni.
Yep, let's get it. Hey. Ooh, we like the dollar bill show. Thank you. Chicago Cheetah, thank you for the $2 super chat. I appreciate it. Great show. Thank you so much. We are here to please. Thank you very, very much.
I'm gonna say this to Tony because, like I said, you could speak on this as somebody that's not only served a long time but still is in the service. Mm-hmm. Your gun is a great equalizer. Mm-hmm. Your gun don't give a damn how big somebody is, how much weight somebody lift, or how how strong their muscles are, or how hard they can punch someone. That's the great equalizer. So he said that man ain't gonna pull up on him. How you know that? Like I said, his gun don't have no fear, just like he don't have no fear. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how far can somebody go to defend their honor when it comes to sports.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So people like LaShawn McCoy spit out this stupidity, but he go to therapy. Everybody can't afford therapy, LaShawn McCoy.
Right.
Some of these women in WK afford therapy. Some of these fans need therapy. But you promoting bad behavior. Why? Because you want to uplift your queen Cece? That what it is? So you rather be, compliant to your fans' bad behavior so Cece can be respected as somebody that bringing in new people? Fuck you and that show.
Exactly. Let's get the money. We got some more. Hey. Chicago Cheetah once again with another $2 super chat. What she said. Be sure to hit that like button and share. Be sure to hit the like and share. Do not miss the opportunity. As a matter of fact, let me go look right now and see where we are on the like button. Let's see, because I think, we've been in here and it's been steady the entire time. So it should have a lot of likes up in here. Hold up. It should have a lot of likes in here. I appreciate you coming up, Duval. That was real nice of you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I want to catch you on the tail end.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely good. Hey, y'all doing pretty good on them likes, man. I like that. I like that. But guess what? We still got about a good 20 more likes to go. Hit the like button. Hit the like button.
Also,
Yes,
tell
hit
tell
that
your
like button.
tell your people to once the show is over, they can also go to the show and find the hype button, which is like where them little dots at, and you can
Yeah.
hype the video, which will get in the algorithm. That's the most
Ooh,
important
hype
thing.
Hype it, y'all. Hype it. Did you hear what Duvall said? Make sure you go back to the video at the end and hit those three buttons there, those little three dots, and hype up the video. I need you guys to hype up this video. This is a very good
Yep.
video. I gave you another good one on a pre-recorded and on Monday. Go hype them all up. Hit the hype button. I like it. Please, please, please. But yeah, this happens. This, like you said, my weapon is my keeper.
Yeah.
My weapon is my keeper. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. Not everybody has that, right?
Yes.
And it's so easy to be able to get your license. Like you said, I agree with the ladies. Some of them may be afraid to even touch one, but at the
Yeah.
same time, you go and you get the training anyway, right? You go and you get the training, so you always have it, and you also have your conceal just in case. And not saying that you'll ever use it, because remember, you use it, it can be a problem depending on how it's used, when it's used, is it in a crowd, like different things like that. So you have to be very, very careful when you're doing that all at the same time. But I think that having your conceal is definitely something that we need to have, especially in the way the world is today. I think every person should have they secure.
But that's why, like, when people say, "Hey, he ain't gonna run up on me like Mayacho," as if because you lift weights, because you a former football player. Like I said again, a gun is an equalizer. They don't give a damn about how many weights you lift. They could kill you just as fast as somebody that don't lift weights at all. That gun can overcome any type of power that you have from your physical standpoint. And so that's why when you say stuff like that to your audience, you being ignorant. You telling your audience that, hey, you don't care if somebody run up on you. No, you should care, because it could be your last day and your family could miss you because of it. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's why you don't promote bad behavior like this. Instead of saying, hey, this is sports, no, promote, you know what I'm saying, women's safety, promote, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
fans being, you know what I'm saying, professional people. Like I said, I'm not saying you can't boo, you can't yell, you can't tell players to shut the F up and all that. Cool, that part of the game. But when you talking about leaking addresses and running up on people and ruining their lives and, you know what I'm saying, and digging up kids and stuff like that, that's when your parasocial relationship with your said player is going too far, and you need to go look on your insurance card and see if you got free behavior therapist on the back of it, because some of them have it. You know what I'm saying? And you need to use it and allow your insurance to get billed for you going to therapy for free on that dime if it's on your insurance card. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because like I said, again, at that point, that means you need help. At that point, you need to talk to somebody, or you need to pray to Jesus. Either one, you know what I'm saying? You need something to, like I said, to make you a better human being. Because like I said, going to the length to defend your favorite player is stupidity, is wrong, is childish, and most importantly, is dangerous.
Very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. And you know, I'm gonna say this. I wish all of the players great safety. If they can all afford it, I think that they should put themselves in a position where, no, they're not a Asia Page or an Angel or Asia Wilson or Caitlin Clark, where they can, you know, just get protection, right? And Fudd using Page's protection. But anyway,
you got money, Sister Tony.
oh, I got some more money. I got some more money. I got some more money. Where is it? 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 Let me go here. There it goes. There it goes. Ooh wee. Yeah, I just think that if you can find ways to protect yourself, you should do that regardless. Thank you, Kappa 1911. I appreciate you for the $2 super chat. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. He says, wait a darn minute. Tony, are you a vet? Yes, I am a vet. I am a vet.
And still serve.
And still serve. And still serve. It's still doing it. Still kicking strong, boy. Still kicking strong. I love it. I love it though. When you love what you do, you stay at it, right?
Right.
Just put yourself to work and do what you do best. When you again love what you do and you want to make change, you want to see change, you want to help the younger adults understand life lessons, the importance of why you do what you're doing and doing it for the sake of your country, although sometimes your country don't give a damn about you. You can't let that be a factor. You just have to do your job. Oh, you're a Navy vet. Oh my Omega. Okay. Thank you for your service. Appreciate that. Thank you for your service.
Oh,
So
Navy
that why.
guy.
Go ahead. Go to ADP.
No, he was saying he's from the Navy. I know about the Navy guys.
Yeah, you a water bug. That's water bugs.
Yeah.
I'm an Army girl. Army girl. You know what we say about you Navy folks. Y'all water bugs. But hey, nevertheless, I appreciate you because if I ever have to be in that water, come get me. Although I too am a diver.
She was in the
I
water
am
with
a
Jaws.
master diver, girls. I'm a master diver. But nevertheless, I won't go where you go, Navy men. Y'all got it.
You got some more money, Sister Tony.
There's some more money. It's pouring in. We're pouring in. Hey.
Tony, you need to show
get
them.
Yay. Thank you, Kappa. Ooh, $10 super chat. Boy, that girl growing. Thank you so much, Kappa. I appreciate it. King of the battle, follow me. That's right. Yes. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I appreciate it. Man, we rolling. We are rolling the ball. I tell you, man, it's just such an honor to have you up here.
The money usually roll in when I be on the platform. Ask Keisha.
I need you to roll in some more of this so I can get some more dollars. That's all I'm saying. But the fact of the matter is, when it comes to this situation with the WNBA, they need to do a better job of protecting these women and providing safety for their peace. And if that means putting more stricter rules when it comes to social media behavior and or behavior that happens at the games, then they need to do so. Kathy Engelberg, stop taking the BC powder and being asleep. Wake your ass up and make some rules and make some changes. You know what I'm saying? And get other people involved that can help this league grow and become more of a professional league. Because like I said, this is what the moment, 2023, with my GOAT, Angel Reese. I see you up there. So I salute you. My GOAT, Angel Reese, and Caitlin Clark, this is what the moment did. It took WNBA from a niche sport. Now it's big time. WNBA is big time now. Because let me tell you something. It's baseball that's happening, right? But WNBA is being talked about. Baseball's not being talked about right now. WNBA being talked about, and the NBA free agency. WNBA and NBA free agency. This is a big time sport now. So like I said, now you can't play by these, I don't see nothing, I don't hear nothing. Now you got to act like a big time sport. So put things in place where these women could be protected and they can feel like they're at peace and they can feel like they're being treated fairly. You no longer is in the little engine that could. Now you on the big stage. So Kathy Engelberg, get your fucking ass up. Get somebody to help you. Make some rules. Make some changes. And protect these women. And so these women could be the best version of themselves. Because like I said, now your sport is on the main stage and you can't act like you sleep anymore. Kathy Engelberg, be a professional. Act like the commissioner that you're getting paid to be at this time.
Right, correct.
100%.
Because the things you have in place that they say they have to protect the players and for mental health, evidently it's not working. You need something better. You need to find better solutions to it.
Absolutely. Well, we're gonna see. We definitely gonna see. We're definitely gonna see what her answer is moving forward, because now you're coming out and you're seeing that Alyssa Thomas is lying, that she did know, and that's a lie. No, I don't think a player is going to come out and say that they weren't aware that you were going to suspend them
And the
until
coach.
10 minutes before it went public. The
Right.
coaches come out. The coach is upset. The coach wasn't
Mhm.
aware. All the players spoke about it. Now, did they speak about whether or not they're receiving some of that same hate? I don't think so, but I'm sure that, that's just the way it typically has been happening, right?
Mhm.
Think back to Angel with the Sky, right? First year, rookie year, they were all on her heads. Crazy Izzy, dumbass, who's so violent now, who couldn't be violent then, now feel emboldened to be violent now because she's a coward, right? So they all took a hit. They all took a hit based off of the fact that people were coming for Angel, right? And so and now here we are, years later, you're 3 years in, and now you're coming back for her over something that really is not her fault, right? She's just a player. She don't make the decision on
Mhm.
how much she played, when she played. She's doing her job. She outplayed Jazz. And she took the spot. 50 minutes. It is what it is. You were recovering. Get over it, right? But yes, she took a beating as well as some of the other players from the fans, and that's just what it is. So all teams are going to feel that regardless. And like the Dream said, Ryan and Leash both said, we understand that Angel's a high profile player. We understand the vigilance of what happens with her, and so they are willing to do their best to protect her in any way that they possibly can. That way, all she has to do is worry about playing basketball. But it doesn't mean that they won't get the silly little comments, and they have. And guess what? They have responded beautifully with jokes. So that's what I like about this team. Folks have already come for them, and you know what? They respond. They go on and they just crack a joke on their doggone self, and they just keep it moving. One of them say, "Yeah, like we got cooked." Like, so, because it's the truth, you got cooked, and they admit it themselves. So, I like that about this team for her. I like to see them do a little bit more, but other than that, I like where she is, and what she's surrounded by. And as long as they're willing to do that, Angel's in a safe space.
And
She's just in a safe.
this is where the hypocrisy of the league is, Kathy
Mhm.
Ingeberg, acting like she in the whole old folks home and she don't know what's going on.
She
See,
is in a damn old folks home.
now last year, think about this on Sister Tony. Last
Uh-huh.
year, when Angel spoke out and said she was getting racist, say things said to her at the game, we heard it on TV, loud and clear. We
Right.
heard the monkey noises.
Yes. Yeah.
The league came out the next day saying it happened. Even though we
Right.
heard the
Amen.
shit. But Alyssa Thomas, gets suspended for no reason, because she was just playing basketball like she normally play, and the league ain't say nothing for a few days till after that woman said, she was disrespected by Kathy Ingeberg and everything else. This is where Kathy Ingeberg got to be a better commissioner, and she got to take her job seriously. If not, please put somebody else in place that they can move this league forward. Because, like I said, you can't at 1 minute when Angel said the racist thing that have been said in that arena because you wanted to protect that league and that team. You came out the next day and said it didn't happen, what was a lie. But then Alyssa Thomas go through what she going through, and y'all want to stay silent like y'all ain't know what happened, like y'all all went on vacation. That's bullshit. I don't like that. Stop treating
Right.
these people this way. Be consistent with your ruling, and be out front when it comes to issues that's going on with your team and your league.
Yep. I like it. You have to. Otherwise, you're gonna continue the same narrative, and it's just gonna get worse. And as it get worse, that spells your job, Kathy. That spells your job. You
Yeah,
think
she
you
don't need to
safe?
wait till somebody get really hurt. Like,
Yeah,
this
she thinks
this
she's
is
safe. She
serious.
don't understand. She don't understand. You
People
working
go to
with the
war about their
NBA.
children.
Yeah, but when you working with the NBA, it's a cutthroat, and she should know that. Her boss is NBA. She's cutthroat. She needs to get it together, or they will replace her.
And
They
then when they
will replace.
replace her, what she really don't understand is it's not about what you're doing now. It's about how you will be remembered once you remove yourself from your commissionership, if by force or by choice. See, legacy is everything. And you don't want your legacy to be that, hey, you presided over a league that got racist and allowed things to happen and that you did not have a control or handle on the situation. You don't want your legacy to be that. You want your legacy to be that, hey, you allowed this league to grow in a way that it could prosper and be on the big time stage where it could be safe and fun for everyone. And that's what Captain Eaglebird's ass need to understand. And that's why she need to get her ass up and do her job effectively. If not, put somebody in place that will take this job seriously. That's all I'm saying, Sister Toni.
That's it. Absolutely. No lies told there.
Nope.
None. So, I mean, if she doesn't get it together, it is what it is. And the same go for just the entire situation. I mean, I said I will give it about a good, 5 years. The situation with Caitlin and the way that they view her and how they're spending so much time and resources protecting and finding ways to make her shine and all these different things. As you do that, these players that are coming in that are young, and I'm gonna keep saying it, they're faster, they're better, they're more consistent. Their defense is off the chain. So if you think by far that whatever defensive prowess that is happening against Caitlin Clark, I don't want nobody to defend her, all these different things, you're sadly mistaken. If her game doesn't look good now because she's not working on it, what makes you think it's going to get better by the time the rest of these ladies come in that will cook her over and over again? She will be well done, burnt on each side by the time they get done with her. And that's just the way it is. These girls are quick. They're more consistent. They are playmakers. They're defenders. Great. I mean, they're just going to be great guards. There's a lot of great guards coming in Duval. I mean, and you see it. You can attest to it. So the game is only going to get faster. And if Caitlin can't keep up, that's not her team fault, and that's not the league fault. I think that she has she's a great talent. There are some things that she still has to work on. And if she works on those things, maybe she'll be able to hang in the midst of that. But if not, she's going to be left behind. She's going to be left behind the curve. It's going to be awful for her. And it ain't nothing that her fans can do to fix that. At all.
I'm finna show you. I just sent you something in the player club just to show you that how they trying to protect Caitlin and her legacy and what she's doing right now. Cause they just wrote an article about saying the All-Star game and who they think gonna be selected, and you gonna see the hypocrisy of how they put everybody else stuff up and then they protected her stuff. And this is stuff that we're talking about when it comes to this league. You know what I'm saying? Be consistent.
All the freaking time. All the time, boy. They never change. They never change. Let's take this one down. Let's get this one. I think I saw one, where they talked about who they thought the top players should be earlier. I thought I saved that, but I did not. But however, we got this one, so this will work.
And that's what, like I said again, they got to get this league together. They got to get on the same page and stop with the hypocrisy. You can't even see it again.
Let's see. It looks kind of foggy there a little bit.
They put everybody else stats, and then they just put her. They put low turnovers, 4.6 turnovers a game.
Yeah, man. I wish that sucker was a little bit lighter. I wonder what this was on. Let's click on the.
It's on ESPN. Yes, it's on ESPN All-Star Game. So the All-Star Game, the lineup that they chose. So did you do a? I think it was under the Olivia Miles post, but never mind. But just go to ESPN, go to WNBA, and the article's right there.
Okay, ESPN WNBA. Oh yeah, they showing me some other stuff here. Scroll on down. Scroll on down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not. That's not hitting me. Let's see. ESPN WA cleanup crew. Oh, we ain't worried about that. Why didn't it pop up? Let me hit it again. They just got so many of these little WNBA things up here. Or ESPN WNBA.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just sent you. I sent you on the link part on the player club, so you should be able to get it that way.
Go to it.
If you can't click on, just copy and paste on your own.
Let's see.
Did it come up?
I just came back up with the same thing. It came out with the same thing. Let me look at it one more time because it's not giving me. Let me see. The link itself. Let me copy. Let me copy and open in another window. Let's see. Let's see. No, it just keeps taking me to the same thing.
Well, I just shared it, so it should now. But like I said, it should now. You should be able to click on it now and
Okay, there it is. Olivia Miles post. Let's see. Let's get to it. I will close this one.
So I had to do it a new way.
Okay, I got you.
When you work with Keisha, you gotta find creative ways to get these links and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we can get stuff up going.
Yeah, I was like, where is this thing? Yeah, because we usually pull it prior to and attach it, and that way it's just click and boom, it pops up. Let's see. Let's put it up there.
But it show you the hypocrisy.
Yeah, also.
Now go to Caitlin name, cause they protected the All-Star starters.
Oh.
Yeah.
They predicting the starters?
Yeah. You gotta go back. Yeah, you gotta go back. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So you just scroll down.
There's Caitlin Clark. And
No, you gotta scroll down. They got the auto. You gotta go down and it'll show you the actual.
Here we go. There's Paige, and it shows her effective field goal percentage 57.4. Caitlin's, they don't have nothing up there. They just said career 4.6 turnovers per game. You have Olivia Miles 5.7 assists per game. You have Kelsey Plum 23.9 points per game. So they're just kind of giving different stats. You have Aaliyah Boston, who has 42.6% career high 3-point shooting. Natasha Howard, 24.8 which is her career high points per game. Then you have Angel Reese, league leading 11.6 rebounds per game. See, they made me mad because that's why they're messing with her. They want her stats for that to go down. When it was up, it was more than that. But anyway, then you have Jessica Shepard, who's averaging a double-double, 14.3 points per game, 11.5 rebounds per game. Stewie, 32.1% of her high points come from the free throw line. So basically, she's been efficient and diligent in getting you to drawing fouls on everybody. League leading 25.7 points per game, Asia Wilson.
I think I Asia at the bottom.
That's just, they probably, who knows? I'm trying to see, did they go by alphabet? Yeah, they went alphabetically.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Well, not really, because you got Plum in front of, maybe they did it by court, because see, this is front court. So it starts with the Leah Boston. So yeah, it's alphabetized by the court.
Okay.
So there's your front court, and this is your back court.
But you see how they got Caitlin 4.6 turnovers a game. Why they don't got her stats and stuff like that? It just
where's her points per game?
You know what I'm saying?
There it is. It says two-time All-Star is averaging career high in points 21.2. Field goals percentage 43.0, and 3-point average is 37.4. So it's within the body of it. She's ranked number 5. And what? 5 in the league in points. So she's number 5 in the league in points. So they have it down at the bottom, but I guess they chose one thing. Then you have Olivia Miles averaging 18.7 points a game, 5.7 assists a game, 4.8 rebounds a game, 1.4 steals a game. She has a full stat line. But this is the rookie. This is the rookie who is pretty much outplaying her, because she said she is the best playmaker in the league, but Olivia Miles said, no, I'm the best. So Olivia Miles is just kind of showing you where she's coming from, and she's just a rookie, right? I don't believe that was CC stats as a rookie. Nevertheless, we get down, then you got Plum with her 6.4 averaging. Let's see, scoring assists 6.4 a game. That's it. That's all they got on there for her. MVP of All-Star in 2022. Aaliyah Boston, career high 17 points per game. Number 15 in the league. 8.6 rebounds. Ranked number 9 for Boston. And then she's also beyond the 3-point arc, averaging 42.6%. And she's number 3. Averaging is number 3 overall for that. Career high 2.6 per game. So continue on. Then you got stats for Natasha. She's averaging her efficiency ranking 24.8. Ranks beyond. She's ranking right behind Asia Wilson. Averaging. She's 34 years old, y'all. Understand that she's 34. And playing with Olivia Miles, if she wanted to retire, she probably said, shit, if I stay on this team, if I stay with the Lynx, I could play as long as my contract. I don't know if she have a 1-year contract or she has more, but if they're willing to offer her another contract, I'm almost certain she'll take it. When you got a PG like that, it gives you longevity in the league. So at 34, she can still play some more, because she's definitely balling out of control right now. She's ranked number 14, averaging 17.7 points a game. Her career high is 66.1% for career shooting. Angel, that's all they have for her. They didn't put anything in here for Angel.
You see the disrespect? They could have put in there, she was 10th in steals. She 10th in steal. She 15 blocks. You know what I'm saying? She averaged 14.6 points per game over Jessica Shepard. You know what I'm saying? No defense ass. You know what I'm saying? But they want to show my goal disrespect. And I just don't like it. You know what I'm saying? ESPN, F you. You know what I'm saying? Get it together.
And where's her points per game? Where's her points per game? I think she's been averaging over 15 plus points a game. Like, what are we talking about here? But they got Jessica Shepard's up here, 14.3 points per game, 11.5 rebounds per game. I mean, is that what we're doing here? Yep. She's age 29, grabbing 15 or more rebounds per game. That's what they said. They didn't put anything in the body for our talented Barbie here. All-Star appearance in 2024. A clip of her and teammates Alicia Gray smiling. We don't want to hear none of that stuff. Where's the stats, bro? That's what we're talking about. Like, this is, like you said, the disrespect, right? The disrespect.
Yeah.
Then let's see, Brianna Stewart. Same thing, just talked about All-Star, 32%, 32.1% drawing fouls. That's it. Asia Wilson, they got her stat lines in here. She's averaging 9.2 rebounds, 2.9 assists. They didn't even talk about Angel's assists either. League's best 2.0 blocks, 52%, 52.4% shooting from the field. Yeah. They gave her that. Yeah, they just. I guess that's what it is. It's, huh? Are you
Crazy.
mad or what? Are you mad or what? Is all we're saying.
That's what it seemed
Um,
like.
yeah,
And they need to
that's
do something
exactly what it
more.
seems
Show her
like. I
stats.
mean, they just didn't feel anything. They didn't feel anything out for Angel. Um, the rookie got it all. Um, but nevertheless is well deserved. But to just be dismissive, and it's just showing the person that put it in. It says Karen. Let's see, Karen Copeland put it up for Caitlin. Filippo put it up for um, Paige. I guess maybe that's what they wrote in. Kendra Andrews for Olivia Miles. Michael Velipo for Plum. Copeland again for uh, Boston. Copeland again for Howard. Andrews for Angel. Velipo for Shepard. Filippo for Brianna. And Velipo for Asia. So, I guess old Andrew just didn't feel like writing too much, huh? Okay. Okay. The good thing about
That's
that,
crazy.
I must say this: you just cannot keep a good player like that down. No matter what you do or what
Mm-hmm.
you say, it's crazy. It's crazy.
It is. They
That
can't cover
just
it up though.
Mm-hmm.
that just showing that the inconsistency that they show to each
Mm-hmm.
player
Mm-hmm.
instead of
Mm-hmm.
treating everybody as a collective.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then they wonder why there's division within the WNBA when it comes to players and how they view other people. And like I said
Mm-hmm.
last night, I'm tired of hearing the narrative that people are jealous of Caitlyn. Name the people.
Yeah, nobody want to hear that fucking
Right.
shit no more. Y'all gotta stop that.
Yeah, I heard you say
It's
that
getting on
as
my
well.
daggone nerves.
Right.
It's so annoying. And just for the media out there, your big media platforms, fucking Fox News. We know Fox News is not a advocate for African Americans whatsoever.
At
So
all.
they're definitely not going to spear the narrative that they're doing anything great. Just let that be known. Those guys are paid and bought for. That's why they're on that platform to talk. And anybody talk about anything other than what um, they want them to talk about, then they're gone. Their positions is sold, gone. They'll put somebody else in there that will be the puppet for them. But it's just crazy. And I can't get too far in that political stuff, but this is insane. It's literally insane. Literally. So
Yeah, at some point, the league need to get it together. I know
Yeah.
you got to
mhm.
wrap it up because it's a 3 hour show, but you know
Yep,
what I'm
it's time to
saying?
get up out of this joint.
But at the end of the day, they need to stop with the fake narratives about people jealous when they can't name the people who they think are jealous. They
Right.
can't just say that Caitlyn is being targeted when they know that she plays a physical game herself and she, you know what I'm saying, she trash talk and she, you know what I'm saying, and she wants to be in this league. So she got to be
Mhm.
treated like everybody else. She can't be treated with different rules. Her or Angel, they all got to be treated with the same rules. And
Yeah.
so
Absolutely.
this league need to get together. Kathy, you need to get together. Drink your Alka-Seltzer, get your ass up, and find somebody that can help you get this league to where it need to be and move the league forward. If not, get somebody else in there
Get
because at
somebody
the end of
else.
the day, this is a big time league now. This is not, you know what I'm saying, this is not the league that's a niche sport. This is not, you know what I'm saying, hockey that nobody don't talk about. They talk about WNBA. I'm gonna tell you how popular WNBA is at this point in time. And see, I'm gonna show you one more thing because I know we finna get out of here. But you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? People need to understand how popular the WNBA is. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you how big time it is because I'm gonna sing you something, Sister Tony.
And it's
Because
and
you know
send it to
I'm gonna sing you something, Sister Tony, because I'm tell you how this league works. This
Mm-hmm.
league had came a long way. You know what? I'm gonna do it a different way. I just forwarded it to you. This league take a long way. I'm gonna tell you how far this league has came. I'm gonna tell you how big time this league is at this time. Now put it up, Sister Tony, Because people didn't know how big time this league has become.
Pull it up. Let me pull it up.
This league will never been on this situation at any other year before 2024.
Mm-hmm.
But now they have arrived to this place.
Yes.
And this is the biggest of the big time. Once you put it up and show people what I'm talking about. You don't got to tell them beforehand, because Keisha like to tell stuff beforehand. And I'm like, Keisha, sometimes you got to shut the hell up. Now, get to the beginning.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's put it. And you know, I love me some.
Tell what this is. What this is. Tell them what this is, Sister Toni. What is this show?
Good morning, America.
Hey, you know what it is. Your girl, none other than the truth teller. The truth teller.
Oh, he like Robin too?
Oh, yeah.
Tells no lies.
A legacy.
Real hoops, real talk, no
Robin
cap on this channel right here. And that's why we're bringing you our girl, Robin Roberts.
Now, the fallout from the WNBA incident involving Caitlin Clark and Alyssa Thomas. Thomas, who was a 6-time All-Star for the Mercury, says she has received death threats after she appeared to push her fist into Clark's throat in a recent game. Brandon Alley is here with this story. This is getting a lot of attention.
It's getting so much attention. Alyssa Thomas says this was a complete accident. She says she didn't mean to do this, but now she's being painted as a thug, getting death threats. She's sick and tired of the league not doing more to protect its players off the court.
Oh, she getting ready to do something.
Morning, WNBA star Alyssa Thomas blasting Commissioner Kathy Engelbert after Alyssa says she received death threats over this incident with Caitlin Clark.
There's a difference between trolling and there's a difference between hatred, and the hatred that we're experiencing over a play that honestly was a complete accident.
The play happened at last Wednesday night's game between the Phoenix Mercury and the Indiana Fever. Clark at the bottom of a scramble for the ball. At one point, Thomas appears to push into Clark's neck.
But before we get further into that, you see what they said? Appeared, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't something that was done maliciously. But let folks tell it. It was. It's just an actual play. It wasn't called. If they were going to call it, if they felt it was deemed at the time something that they needed to call, they should have called it. If it's missed, it's missed. You don't go back there and try to rectify something that you then messed up. Now, before I finish playing this, I want to say this. This is big time, Duvall.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is big time.
Big time.
Because you spilled the narrative. You had Fox News come out and say what they said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you turn around before Fox News said what they said. You had this political guy come out and say what he said as to why they went ahead and they charged her with the flagrant 2 and the suspension and the fine, right? So you had all of that go out. But when you put this on Good Morning America,
mm-hmm.
Good morning,
America. Alyssa Thomas could really sue guys if she wanted to.
Hey, I'm just saying. That's what she said. This is my girl. I love this show. I love what they do. And one thing you don't do is you don't scare nobody like Robin Roberts. Here we go.
Following a post-game review, the league upgrading the initial no call to a flagrant 2, suspending Thomas for 1 game.
The fist in the throat is crazy. It's crazy. It's dangerous.
Thomas says in the wake of the game, she and her family have been threatened and she's been called racial slurs, criticizing WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert for not doing enough to protect players.
We're so concerned about the safety on the court, but time and time again, we're having people threatening our lives. I'm sick and tired of it, and it's time for them to step up and have our backs.
The WNBA saying they condemn all forms of hate, saying in a statement, the safety and well-being of everyone in our community is always the league's top priority, adding the league and security team have been in contact with the Phoenix Mercury organization and remain committed to protecting all players.
I call Cap. Cap the ball. I call Cap. Yeah. Cap is a lie, and now she's trying to do damage control. That's
like she tried to do P. It's like a repeated cycle. Yeah. How many times you gonna go out there and get booed, Kathy? How many times we gonna wear t-shirts, Kathy?
She in the hot seat right now, yo. She in the hot seat right now.
She is in the hot seat.
Good Morning America. She's in the hot seat.
Because guess what, Tony? That's what I'm saying. like Duvall always been, like you guys say, there are a lot of eyes on this league. This league is big. You're not getting away with them shenanigans like you used to, push it under the rug and throw it away like they did Candace Wiggins. I mean, you're not doing that anymore. They did Duvall, Candace Wiggins case. They didn't even check into it. They didn't research it or do nothing with her case. You know what they did? They got a group of popular players and let them talk. How would they know that girl's story? And if it wasn't nothing to it, then why not investigate it? So this time around, you're right, Duvall. It's bigger. The league is big, big. Mm-hmm. And they thought that AT didn't won't go have nobody have her back. You don't know who AT people connected to or who people connected to what. You know what I'm saying? That'll speak out for these players. And Robin, I love me some Robin too.
Legend. Yep. I'm gonna let the video finish and I'm gonna say something.
Yeah. Okay. We did reach out to the Fever. We have not heard back, but the Fever will play the Mercury again July 9th. Whether you believe this was an accident or not, no one deserves death threats.
Right. No one deserves the threats, but people want more from the commissioner. I mean, she's getting a lot of heat, and sometimes people say justifyingly so, with all that's going on with the league, with all the attention it's receiving, new eyeballs on it. Have to have strong leadership at the top.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, Rihanna. And she loves the sport. Robin loves basketball.
Yeah, because she had the vets. Robin has had the vets on her show.
It's not about Robin. Robin is a legend in both arenas. She's a legend in news arena where she is right now. She's a legend in the sports arena when she was at ESPN at the prime of ESPN when SportsCenter was the #1 show on the market. This is why I brought that clip to you, Sister Toni. See, this is why Keisha loves me, because I do research. I do a lot of it. She don't do nothing. I do all of it. I do all the research. You know what I'm saying? Keisha just get all the credit. I do all the research. That's why I can do it on the fly. I love my boss, but you know what I'm saying? I do all the research. But you know what I'm saying? She had like she Gladys Knight and on the Pips. Nah, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? On Rick James, she Tina Marie. We are a tag team partnership. But anyway, to get back to this. This is why I say it's big time on ADP. This is why I say it's big time, Sister Toni.
It is.
Before 2024, the only time WNBA ever got on Good Morning America when they wore shorts during the Black Lives Matter movement about 2020 after George Floyd. Other than that, they never got on Good Morning America. When you get on Good Morning America, that's the #1 show in America for a reason. And so when you get on that platform, that means your league is serious. So that means you need serious leadership. And so you can't hide behind shenanigans and think you're a niche sport. You're not a niche sport anymore, Kathy Egelberg. Wake your ass up, drink some apple juice, drink some prune juice, so you can, you know what I'm saying, flush yourself out and make sure your kidneys work. But you need to act like a commissioner that needs to be in charge. We need somebody that's in charge that knows what they're doing. If they don't get somebody that's in charge that knows what they're doing, this league will not grow where it needs to be. This league is a big time league now. And so now you cannot just do things and sweep under the rug. Everybody watching and not everybody going to hold these people accountable. And that's what the league needs. That's why teams like Chicago Sky, when they got held accountable, they're ready to trade Angel so they won't get held accountable no more. But we will not allow the bullshit to slide. So at the end of the day, Kathy Egelberg, get on your goddamn job, make some changes, make some rules, get a committee together so we can get this league in a better place. Is online or is on flying?
Oh, you are a.
You cooking. And that's the truth.
Real talk, no cap. No cap. Here we go. We got some dollars here. Let's go on
and listen, they said accidentally.
Yeah, we are but just like Thomas said, right? Thomas said it's in the middle of the game. I'm not paying attention or did that intentionally. And sometimes you don't. You're just in the middle of a game. You don't even know half the stuff is happening throughout the game unless you're really being diligent. If you know exactly every single thing that you did when you touched this young lady, then you are paying way too much attention to her and not enough to the game and or your team to help your team win. That's all I'm gonna say. Now that's bull crap. Let me go ahead and get the money. Let me get the money. Yes. Hey, thank you, Auntie Fee. I appreciate you for the $5 super chat. She said, I have been tagging Robin, Good Morning American, Stephen A, Ocho, and videos all week on Threads. Thank you, because if this was something that they looked at and they took what you sent them and made it big, I appreciate you, because guess what? This is something that I truly agree with, and thank you once again for the $5 super chat that we need to be putting out there, because
We got more money, more money.
hey, more money, more money, more money.
I
If
told you
this
when
is
I'm up
something
here, the
that we
money
need to be
flow. The
putting out,
money flow when I'm up here, Keisha. When I'm up here with
money is
Keisha,
flowing.
money flow. When I'm up here with you,
Money
Sister
is
Tony, the
flowing.
money flow. The money flow. The bank open. Let everybody know the bank is open.
The bank is open. Thank you, my brother. Here we go. Hey, Auntie V, thank you for the $2 super chat on top of the $5 super chat. I thank you so much. She said, I told them I want to see an update story soon. Thank you. Woo. Look, this is what it takes. It's a community,
Yeah.
right? And in a
Yeah.
community, things only happen within the community if you are putting forth the effort. Because guess what? I'm going to say this. Caitlin Clark's community has been very, very busy. They've been very busy, they've been very diligent, and they made sure that they let it pop off immediately, right?
Right.
As soon as it was said, as soon as not even before Stephanie White went on the podium and said
Right. Before
something,
the
right?
game
It was
even
already
ended,
out
they
there
had
before the
something.
game
Yeah.
even ended, right? And there's like, oh, well, she's hurt because of this play. No, she's hurt because of a jump shot she took, and she landed wrong trying to do all the fake stuff. She landed wrong. I saw it. I wish I had it right now to show it to you. But absolutely, that's where she hurt her back, because she got up really slow. She grabbed her back. She was hurt. But after that play with Alyssa Thomas, she jumped right up and got continue playing. So if we want to talk about when this happened, how it happened, you're gonna have to do something a little bit different. Hmm.
So my point is that when it comes to everything that's happening,
Mm-hmm.
it gonna force changes.
Yeah.
When it get to the point where it's on Good Morning America and Fox News and stuff like that, it's going to force changes because, like I said, all leagues are PR sensitive, and when
Yes.
it's a issue that's going on that getting on these type of shows, they don't want to be embarrassed. So
They
they
don't.
gonna try to fix a little bit on the fly with the officiating, but they really gonna do a good job on the officiating after the season, where they
Yep.
may need to make these officials full time, where you can spend year round knowing how to ref these women and get this game flowing in a good direction, so this game could be entertaining but efficient as well, not only for the players but the people that's officiating the games. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And look, Auntie Fee, I would even go as far as to saying, look, y'all need to interview Angel Reese. Y'all need to look at some of the files that she's been covered too. I mean, like the blatant stuff. Like it doesn't get any better than this. When you can send stuff to the platforms and go through things like this, it forces them to look at it, right? Now, whether they're going to talk about it or not is one thing or another, but at least it's out there. It gets out there. People start understanding. Then they start to look a little bit closely, right? Even if they don't take what you specifically sent out, now it becomes looked at. That, like you just said, it's the eyes on it. It's the public eye on it, and it's the way that the public eye is being put on. And again, it's on Good Morning America, which is the biggest. So
Yes.
something will be done, or else Kathy, I'm sure her head is already rolling this week, considering AT's conversation after that, right? As long as she's silent, as long as her team is silent, they can continue to spill the narrative that they're spilling. People can continue to go on social media and say the things that they're saying. Now it becomes extremely public because you allowed a public figure to a political public figure to make a comment, and then you decided you wanted to charge her at this point, which I think is crazy, right? You should be doing your due diligence anyway. Just like, we can kind of put in the fact that the dream coach has put in multiple multiple complaints to review pretty much all of Angel Reese's games this year since she's been with them. And they have not gotten one response. They haven't gotten one. Not one. And how many games have they played? 18?
Yeah.
And they haven't gotten one response. That's a problem. So all these things have to be put out there.
Think about this. And this is where you know the league is big time. When they got on Good Morning America, and we got a legendary broadcaster and Robin Roberts called for Kathy Engelbert's job. You don't think Alyssa made a phone call? You don't think Alyssa made a phone call like, hey, this don't look good. Do something. Make something happen. Make something shake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Get your ass up. Get out of bed. Go urinate. Go pee. Flush your kidneys out. And do something. Because this is not good when it's on a show like this and they call it for your job. Don't make me be forced to remove you. Kathy Engelbert, do something. Because it don't look good when they get on shows like this and they question, is your league is in a good place from a commissioner standpoint. Right. That's when changes happens.
Yeah.
So the WNBA and Kathy Engelbert needs to get on the same page and get this officiating under control, get the league structure under control.
Yes.
Because if not, we need a new commissioner. Because that means she's unqualified to push this league forward. Because it's no longer about just, hey, make sure we not bleeding money, because that was in the green last year. The whole league was in the green last year. It wasn't just Chicago Sky, Valkyries, and the Fever was in the green, and New York Liberty. The whole league was in the green. So that means the whole league now is making money, and now it's a positive return. So if we need to push this league forward, Kathy Engelbert need to get on a goddamn job, call some people, and ask, how can I get this league to a better place? By the officiating standpoint and by the league collectively feeling like that everybody feels important instead of one person feeling important. Because just like my GOAT said, it's not about just one person, it's about me too. And so it should be about the collector of the WNBA players and the league at itself, because like I said, it's a big time league now, so they need to act like a professional environment. You no longer McDonald's, you know what I'm saying, now you know what I'm saying, Ruth Chris, you know what I'm saying, so now you got good Wagyu steak that costs $100, you know what I'm saying, so put a good product out there. You will not buy $4 hamburgers, you know what I'm saying, so Kathy Engelbert, wake your ass up and find somebody to help you get this league to a better place. I don't know what else to tell you.
I don't know what
And
else
then
to
Jamal,
do.
anytime you still got the tickets at $10, starting at $10, and you still can't outsell an arena like that, except for certain games, that says a lot too.
Well, this year, let me tell you something. What just happened, and I don't mean to cut you off, ADP. What just happened with this whole situation, where the tickets were $10, they're probably going to go up to $20, maybe $30 now, because
They've been like, no,
we got to go and we got to protect. Because they feel compelled now, right? It's like, no, I don't want to be a part of this clown show right now. This clown show is happening. I ain't going to the game. I don't want to be a part of that. But now this happened. What with me? How do we now go back and protect this? So I'm curious to see if they go up or if they start to fill the seats. Once they start to fill the seats again, and the sales go up, I think the prices will go up. It just depends. It depends on how they're swinging and selling this. And I agree with Duval. And yes, we are on here a little bit long, and we're going to get out of here after this. But I agree with Duval when Duval said, hey, like, there's the situation between Angel and Caitlin is now third, is dropped from number one, right? And so with the narrative slowly dying down and different situations like that, you're not going to see as much as you saw coming from Caitlin and her revenue and all that stuff when it comes to the box scores, and also dealing with monies and revenues for the organization and stuff like that. Simply because, like I said, change is coming. New players are coming faster, quicker. Defenders, playmakers, shot blockers, like all of that is coming to the league now. And they're all young, and they're going to have to grow and play with these same players for like the next 10 years. So can she sustain the next 10 years of this? Things change. And then again, even after what we know is coming in the league in the next 3 years, what comes in after that? Right? Now you're getting older. Now you can't move as quickly. Now the ailments that you had in your younger prime, you're going to have moving forward because you haven't adjusted. Because now you're trying to keep up with the young ones. So that's just how it is. It is going to forever evolve. And as it evolves, you're going to continue to run into situations like this. So
Yeah.
does she get better? Does she stay the same? Is she still going to be the household name? Is she still going to be the W franchise player? You still got Sabrina Ionescu, who's come back and she played a phenomenal game in the Commissioner Cup. She put up logo threes. She defended. She got stops. She did all the intangibles. She was a playmaker. She did all the same things. So what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Will we still be having the same conversation in year 5 or 6 for Caitlin Clark? That's what I want to know. I mean, we shall see, right? Because the players are coming in, and as they come in, we will watch how the league is forever changing. It's forever evolving. One player can bring change, right? But even in that one change, there's someone else coming in, then someone else coming in,
It's
someone
always
else coming.
better.
So it's always going to be somebody else. Stewie is still her, but is Stewie still that girl that just run the entire league? No, Stewie is still that girl. She's still a part. She's still there. She's still the icon she is, and she still continues to bring eyes to where she is. But at the same time, now there's a new regime, and then a new regime, and then a new regime. Your GOAT for this league right now, hands down, is not Stewie. It's Asia Wilson. So, I mean, it's forever evolving. And you're saying that Caitlin's a GOAT now, which means you're dismissing Asia in her greatness. And that just doesn't fly. It doesn't fly.
Yeah.
It just doesn't fly. But with that being said, y'all, it is time to get our buns up out of here. We've been up here an hour and 30 minutes, 3 hours and 30 minutes. I appreciate you, Duval. Thank you for coming up. I love the clips you sent me. It was a good addition. ADP, good job. Thank you. Glad you came up.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Anytime. You're welcome. Anytime. With that, guys, chat, you all have been amazing. Thank you so much. If you have not hit the like button, please hit that like button. And if you are not subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe. And also, once you do that, you're going to see that little notification bell pop up. When you see that notification bell pop up, hit that bell so you're notified every time I drop. Now, after that, once the show is over, just like Duval reminded you all before, go back into the show, go back to playback, hit the 3 dots on the bottom so you can hype this video.
On your cell phone.
So people know exactly where it's at. It's right by the before the comments. Before the comments is those 5 dots where you can swipe and see if you want to see the chat live, everything else. You'll see the hype button, hit the hype button, because when you hit the hype button, it get into the algorithm, and when it get to the algorithm, more people get to see this video in real time.
Oh, yes, definitely make sure you hit it. I want to see y'all hit it. So we're going to get up out of here so y'all can go ahead and do that. Let's see where we are with the likes so far on the show. I like to always look and see. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out.
Tell them, don't forget tonight, Brookline and K-Stat will be going live.
Yes, with their new show, Get It Off Your Chest. Get It Off Your Chest will be played tonight. Make sure you go and watch that show. That show comes on at 10 o'clock, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, 10 o'clock. That's $2,200 for you military folks. $2,200. It's going to show. With that being said, great job on the like button, y'all. Y'all did a great job.
Good. Oh, good job,
yes,
guys.
They did good.
We're proud
Thank
of you.
y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. With that being said, we're out of here. And guess what? Here's what I'm going to tell you. I will catch you on the next rebound.